Kickoff time. We get the scoop on the big shot wizard celebs of this fantasy land. Basically the OGs who rewrote the rulebook on spellcasting. Their poor students had to grind just to get there. Crazy theories, and even normies had to memorize their epic wins. These dudes boosted the Empire's clout for literally centuries. So yeah, everyone naturally labeled them the Empire's MVPs. Cut to the Artemis Academy library, totally owned by the royals. While kids are cramming inside, some voice starts trashing the heroes, saying they didn't actually leave. A Mark Solo. Calling them talentless, useless noobs. Turns out, only one legend actually busted their back to carry those dorks to greatness, suffering big time to tutor them. The room goes quiet as the voice chills and reminisces. We zoom in on a spooky black book sighing, ugh, whining is pointless. This little relic is practically begging for a user, literally anyone, even a total creep, to just grab it. All it recalls is getting flattened by a truck back in the day. Blinked once, woke up as a magic tome in a fantasy land. Classic. Not a lame diary, but a mega database of wizardry secrets. It was super weird and unfair at first, but hey, it found a hobby. Flashback alert. We see a scene from way back when it trained all those so-called wise masters. It admits that making a top-tier mage wasn't even hard. Just crack the book open, read, and boom, magic powers. Cue a memory clip from the past. Some kid accidentally summons a giant hydra snake. Inside, the book is screaming, "We are so dead," at the mess. The kid gender? Who knows? Panic casts a fireball fast, totally frying the beast right before it ate them. Nervous grin, asking, "Yo master, did I nail it or what?" But the book straight up smacks them in the face. With its pages, "You moron, don't channel mana that close to your face." The kid apologizes, terrified. Fact is, the lore was super complex. Took ages to explain. The book got it instantly, so it thought the kids were hopeless. For thousands of years, it coached tons of newbies. But hey, yelling at kids was great stress relief. Now? It's wondering why it's gathering dust in this dump. When an owner croaks, the cycle resets. That's why it's stuck here. It's been over 300 years since it last taught a mage. It needs to vent some serious stress. So our hero starts shouting, "Somebody read me, please." Mid-scream, a dude walks by, piquing its interest. The kid, hauling a stack of books, is hunting for something. Claims the librarian said his target is right around here. Our guy is totally shook someone actually showed up here? He starts screaming, "Yo, over here." But shuts up fast, right? Ghost mode. His voice is mute unless you've signed the contract or vibed with the magic. Shouting's useless. Then bam! That tiny hand grabs him. The kid looks around, all confused. Did he hear something? The book plays it cool, just watching the show. Our hero thinks, don't panic. Gotta sound cool and mysterious, not desperate. So he whispers, super creepy like, to the kid, freaking him out, "I am a legendary magical grimoire, boy." Four Eyes is floored. A talking notebook? No way. But our guy goes, "Just flip the cover, dude. Trust me, big surprise waiting." Pages start flapping like crazy in the wind. Drama. You'll wreck even the pros. The book hypes him up. You'll be top tier, legendary status in no time. The kid flops down. Whoa, what was that brain movie? Future vision, courtesy of yours truly, says the book. Your insane talent? It's gonna explode. Stick with me, and your history book material. Plot twist, he's totally lying through his binding. Honestly? He doesn't feel a single drop of magic in the kid. Total scam to get him reading. But hey, the book can times make him a legend, so? Half-truth? But the kid goes, "Nah, I'm good. Got other plans. I don't want to be a wizard." He drops the bomb. Our hero freezes. Wait, what? Is he serious? Panicking, he's like, "Dude, think about it. You could be the greatest mage ever." But the kid just smirks. "Not my vibe. My dream is way cooler. I want to be a royal knight. Sword fights and glory. I'm Shayna Junvea," the kid says proudly. The book gets stressed. "Dude, I've seen you practice. You have zero sword skills." The kid refuses to believe it. So our guy improvises. "Okay, how about Arcane Knight? Magic and swords. Best of both worlds." The kid pauses. Thinking face on. Then lights up. "That sounds epic." Book nods along. "Open me up, and you're a legend." Kid says deal. He cracks the book open. Magic sparkles everywhere. Finally got one. Thinks the book. Glasses boy is totally spooked but impressed by the light show. Boom. Gold symbol pops up over his head. The grimoire goes official. Permission granted. To coach this user until he kicks the bucket, bond sealed. Finally. My 300-year timeout ends. Training mode is back. No more dusty boredom. I start hollering, getting way too rowdy. For Eyes notices my voice sounds weird. Probably cause I'm hype. Then I yell, "Peace out, shelf." He freaks till he gets the joke. Then he kills the fun. I changed my mind. No magic for me. My fam are knights. Dad would disown me. He drops a lame, "My bad." I go silent. Then, you gotta be kidding. I'm fuming. Who cares if they boot you? I'm the plug. Forget your pops. Stick with me, be 10 times stronger. Heck, you could wreck him. He frowns. Dude, I'm not killing Dad. He keeps yapping while I mourn the waste. 3 centuries for a wimp. Ugh. Muscle nerd asks about a new student. I shut that down fast. Impossible. He looks totally lost. We're stuck like glue till one croaks. That hits him like a brick. I start roasting him. Worst deal ever. He's shaking, trying to say sorry. Shut it. You'll never be a knight. He turns red, apologizing again. Admitting he has 0 brain cells. Then he snaps. Shut up, watch your mouth. You basically bullied me into this. Don't diss a knight, I'm speechless. He shoves me back onto the dusty shelf. You waited 3 centuries? Wait 80 more. When I die, you're free. Peace out. I scream, you can't. But he's cold. Find a new sucker when I'm a ghost. Desperate, I flex my authority powers. Stop, I command you. He looks confused. Uh-oh. My mojo isn't working. I'm in trouble. Stuck until this loser bites the dust. I shriek, just drop dead already. I wiggle, yelling, go eat dirt. As he leaves, I keep hurling insults at his back. Then karma. He slips on a random paper. Dude trips, face plants, and dies way too young. Total wipeout. As our MC watches, the artifact groans. Bruh, seriously? What a mess. Later, our hero admits it. Took her half a day just to find the body. Slowpoke. Corpse gone, library shut, back to silence, snooze fest. Tick-tock. Watching the clock crawl. Our MC sighs, bored stiff. It thought it was finally breaking out. Sad the kid died, mostly cause it wasted 300 years. Whatever. User's dead, new chapter loading. Wonder where the respawn point is? Swanky palace? Gross. Sewer? Maybe a bargain bin at a flea market? Anything beats this dusty prison. Wait. Footsteps. Plot twist. The MC is shook. Who visits? Right now? Weird timing, totally weird vibes. Door glows with mana. Ooh, someone's got skills. Not a key. They're forcing the lock. Rude. Thief? Nah, that's a pro lockpick move. Not your average crook. Door pops. Hello, legs. But wait, school uniform? Confusing much? Just a student breaking rules? Lame. Is this school a factory for psychos or what? Breaking in for fun? Makes 0 sense. She starts prowling the aisles. Definitely hunting. Checking every book. Hold up. This is a chance. She mutters, where is it? Our MC is like, oh my god, is she looking for me? Gotta act. Porting out in 60 seconds. So, our MC, mentally screams, I'm right here. Yo, you're warm. Look at me. It's yelling it's binding off at her back. Desperate, shouting into the void, until. Click. A plea to read it. She jumps, eyeing the creepy black book. She stomps over, super confident. That is a good sign. She heard the voice. She rushes up. Just open the cover, girl. Boom, midnight. 300 years and this dump gone. 109,000 days exactly. She totally nailed the pact. New wielder unlocked. The library is still pitch black though. Totally wiped, she just sighs. Holding the book, our guy thinks, this girl is wild. She ghosted every guard and magic cam out there. Then our fave book. Glows gold. She stares, completely shook. Bam! He projects a boy form right in her face. First thing? He asks who she is. I'm Relay, she says. Surprised, he asks her surname. No fam, no name, she replies. Cool, whatever, he shrugs. Skips the fluff for the one big question. How'd she know he was at Petal Library? And that he was about to poof away? She even heard him right at the buzzer. See, his voice is like telepathy VIP access only. Usually only dragons or spirits tune in. She's just a student but hears it clear as day. She shrugs, clueless, he is so confused. Somehow, she just heard him. He is totally lost. Was just wondering, heard the library goss. Then heard his weird voice and got curious. It is crazy sudden to even think about. Does she have dragon level mana vibes? Not impossible. Humans sometimes spawn crazy talent. What if she is the chosen one? Could be his best student ever. He boops her nose. Intro time, since we are stuck here. I am Grenard Damo. Gonna make you a mage star. Later, she lights a candle. Were you sleeping? He asks. There are 5 beds. Where are the roomies? Home, she says. Why did you not bounce? He asks. No last name, remember? He freezes. Even commoners have names. No name means one thing. Spill the tea. I gotta know my student. Since I was a kid, she starts. I was in a thief guild, nameless, just called Tool number 2. First recruit was number 1. Poor dude was in the same messed up boat. Guild creeps treated him like tools. Obeyed orders, 24/7, but thieves' dens turn into nightmare fuel real quick. Creeps started giving her the look. Total cringe. They'd off people just to flex, scare tactics, whatever. Those losers never learn, so she bailed. Zero hesitation. Book guy flashes lights. Obvious step, met a mage dude. Wizard guy saw she had mad skills, and tossed her into school. She nods. Guy figures sneaking in was a cakewalk for a thief. MC asks if Riley's getting roasted at the academy. She says, yeah, but I can handle the drama. Friend named Michael helped. MC knows that guy. Shakes hands. We're chill, I'll make you a magic pro. She smirks just a little. I'm down. Then bam. Someone screams Riley's name. MC is shook. Riley? Stone-faced, poker face level 100. Voice screams, we slept in a dump cause of you. Book goes, yo, who's crashing our party? Seeing she's bullied, our MC grills her. She admits. Okay, I lied. My bad. Boom. Doors fly open, 3 angry chicks enter. One looks petrified. Next morning. Sun's up over Magic High. Book boy, tied up, sees his pal wrecked. Ouch. She still says, I'm Gucci. MC says fighting back means expulsion by snobby nobles. The dusty relic says you can't learn while getting jumped daily. With haters everywhere, studying is impossible. Finally hits her. Total doom. She asks, what now? MC gives 2 choices. Speed run learning magic here, or just rage quit the academy. Easy. She brainstorms the best play. Baby-faced book says both options kinda stink. Suffering for a degree? That's the dream, right? Or be free and clueless outside. Tough call. He lets her stew. Riley makes up her mind. Later, they bail on the school. Peace out. Book notes the dropout. Took 3 mins. She goes, just paperwork, duh. She verifies that she is the only viewer. MC says, just a form to chat. Turns out, total bummer. The school had perks she totally missed. Major FOMO. We're talking epic loot, tourney prizes, and funky potions for the teacher's pets. Blondie's like, why tell me now? You could have spilled the beans ages ago. Smirking, our bound hero asks, gonna cry about it? Nah, she shoots back. Then she drops the bomb. Storage is back by the gate. So, you turn. Book boy is totally lost on the logic. Deadpan style, she leaks the master plan. We're just gonna swipe the artifacts and ingredients. He's baffled, brain lagging, but then, she goes, with your hacks, I would have won that stuff anyway. She grins, looking smug. It's not stealing, it's reclaiming my property, even though it feels kinda sketchy. They hit a spooky spot. He asks, how do you find these shortcuts? Riley shrugs, I got skills. They stroll on, our guy gazing up. Fork in the road, he notes. You know the way? Nope. So, Book Sensei decides to drop some knowledge. Time for a lesson. Finding paths is basically magic GPS. Learned that at school, she claims. Boom. Blue glow surrounds her. She goes full zen. Energy ball pops up in her hands as she mumbles. It pulses, then flashes bright, lighting up the place. That's the tracking spell doing its thing. Blue sparks zip down both tunnels at once. Spotting traps and sneaky spike pits. 3 traps on the left, she spots. Right's a dead end. Left it is? Thoughts? It's stable, he says, but feels kinda sus. Too easy. Too basic. I smell a rat. Don't play by noob rules, he warns. You're better than that. Don't just cast in a straight line. Blast that energy everywhere. Don't just stick to the lanes. Go wild. Energy starts swarming them like crazy. Push it out, he coaches. 3 dimensions, no fear. But chill, stay focused. This is just step 1. Lock in on every single bit. Catch the vibes bouncing back at you. That way, you map the whole place instantly. Total awareness. Eyes shut tight. Eyes shut tight. She goes full wizard focus mode. He tells her to picture it like a third eye, just, stretchy. Being the prodigy she is. Boom, she unlocks the 3D minimap in her head. Fast forward, they finally ditch that lame prison school. Bag secured, packed with all the loot he asked for. Our baby-faced book guy hypes her up, totally shocked she actually pulled it off. Calls it a top-tier rookie run and waves goodbye to the academy. They made it out. He stares at the view, emo style, 300 years of boredom? Gone. Then he pivots to check on his sidekick. Time to clear the air. Look, you're cool and all, he starts, but you risked your neck and quit being the teacher's pet. All that drama just to learn spells. From a legend like me? What's your real game? Cut 2, not stars, but glowing ash from a burning forest. Fire rains down on a house getting absolutely toasted. Inside? Total panic mode, people pleading for help. Mages are spamming fireballs, roasting anyone who begs. There's Minnie Riley, getting dragged away by some kid. She glances back at the nightmare fuel. Someone screams, "Move it!" And she spots a guy ahead. Her dad, losing it, yelling, "Run, don't look back." Back to reality. So, why the magic obsession? He asks. She blinks, caught off guard. "I've got goals," she says. "Need power for that." He figures it's the classic revenge arc storyline. She doesn't hide it. Yeah, it's revenge. He wants the tea, but knows better than to pry into trauma. Flashbacks always suck, and this one feels extra heavy. He knows a thing or two about dark pasts. Riley goes quiet. I mean, they're basically strangers. But then she cuts the silence. "You gonna say something or what?" she asks. "Huh?" he goes. She points out he's gotta have a motive too. Everyone has a purpose. Even a magic book dude teaching a newbie. The guy thinks about why he bothers teaching noobs. Why spill all his secrets for free? The truth? Kinda twisted. He gives a creepy look. Does it matter? Then he admits it, pure entertainment for his bored soul. Honestly, there's nothing more fun than raising mages. Riley nods, she gets it. Cut to the room they're chilling in right now. Riley's like, "Yeah, I totally ghosted the academy," then asks, "So, what's the plan?" Book boy asks for her recommendation letter. "Lemme see, that's huge." Riley fast whips out the paper and reads it like whatever. It wrecks her for the Yan Tower. Book boy pauses. Name rings a bell, but where is it? He was hoping for one of the big 5. A real tower, not a knockoff. If he doesn't know it, it was. Probs built in the 300 years he spent grounded in the library. Towers are for clout. Can't be a great mage just by being a skilled nerd. Best place to grind influence? A magic tower. But still, never heard of this weird place. Riley snaps him out of it, and he's confused. She's baffled too. The Yan Tower? It is one of the big 5. Now he's extra confused. They both stare down at the open book. She goes, "To get it, you gotta know the founder, Yan." She points to a pic of some wrinkly dude. Book asks, "Why's he dying?" Riley's like, "Nope, that was his prime." That makes the book super confused. She adds, "He was at least 40 here." He asks when the guy croaked, but gets shook to learn Yan is still kicking after 300 years. Our boy guesses, "What, is he a half-elf or something?" Riley shuts him down. "No way. That's super rude." Anyway, even though he hit max mage rank, this guy is a total legend. He outdid all the archmages, so everyone wants to crown him archmage for basically carrying the tower solo. But our main guy thinks it's sus. 300 years passed, which feels like forever when you're trapped in a library. But not enough time to totally flip the script on the Empire's towers. Like, how's that even possible? Humans dream of immortality but never actually get it. That's what his master, Martha, always said. Book kid is stunned. Yan actually beat the odds and lived for centuries. Top of that, he's chasing the same dream as Martha. This info dump leaves our boy quiet for a sec. Jump cut to a new spot a bit later. Dusk lighting at the port, water's glowing, total vibe. Riley is totally starstruck by the capital. Book boy's shocked she's such a newbie. Girl's hype is real, wants to explore as soon as possible. So MC says hit the island first. Rare unicorn kebabs there. She grabs a fistful, raving about how this meat spot is legendary, till the book goes, "Fam, that's lamb." Our dizzy blonde is shook. Legit thought she ate a mythical beast. MC is judging hard. Salty now, she yells she got scammed and wants cash back. Book says, "Shush and eat." So Riley keeps munching on the way to the spot. Sudden pause. MC stares up, making Riley look too. She checks what he's locked onto. Statues of the Empire's top 5 mages ever. She heard they were big brain geniuses obsessed with magic. Our boy drops the truth. Nah, not geniuses. Just a squad of total idiots. But the grinding type. Crushed every hurdle, leveled up crazy high. He flashes back to her asking why he makes mages. He admits it's to turn users into OP wizards, but also revenge on the jerks who paper-fied him. That's why his students face such insane drama. Martha even tried a res ritual but flopped hard. But from what he recalls, his student died without training any noobs. Riley's lost. Did Yan lie? MC confirms with pure rage, fist up, he swears they're heading to that tower. Can't let some poser fake being his student's heir. Riley smiles chill and proposes a deal. She wrecks Yan, and he helps with her revenge list. With a smirk, MC thinks kids these days, but agrees out loud to grind for it. So they swore an oath. Revenge buddies for life, starting the quest now. Flashback time. We see MC's past. 5 years post-rebirth as a book, he got swiped from a shop by Fell, a slum kid survivor. Kid named him GMW, said it's vintage slang for grimoire. MC refuses to be called anything weird, but the kid insists. Then, with that epic first friend grin, he uses the nickname. MC reflects on how Fell was his first user. Special memes, since he was confused AF then. The kid was basically his lil spark of joy. Wanted to pay that back, big time. Phil clasps hands, am I doing this right? Feel zero vibes. MC explains he gotta wait a sec, that you'll feel a buzz. Just steer that vibe straight to your core. Kid goes. It's working. But yo, it kinda stings a bit. MC's like, chill, totally normal, don't stop now. Phil groans, I'm heating up, I can't take this much longer. Cocky as ever, our hero snaps, quit whining. Suck it up for the magic. But literally a split second later, that energy goes totally haywire. Kid screams he's roasting alive but can't hit the brakes. MC yells, why the rush? Slow down or you'll crash. Then bam, kid's face just explodes. Red stuff sprays everywhere. Right on the MC's mug. Gross. He freezes. Just whispers the name, hoping for a respawn. Cut to carriage ride. He's just chilling there now. Little Book stares out the window, poker face on, until he calls out to Blondie sitting next to him. She turns, like, sup? What's wrong? MC side-eyes the driver. Shh, muggles are listening. Since they linked up, they just get times each other. Add some mana to the vocal cords and bam, mental chat. Telepathy unlocked. Flashback, kid jokes, unicorn kebabs? Yeah right, Riley bets on it. They shake, but MC spots a snag. He warns, don't you even dare try that. Nonsense. She grins, too late, I already won. Then, why didn't you teach me this easy hack earlier? He thinks real hard about his comeback. 'Cause honestly, he thought it was cute when Riley whispered. But saying that? She'd kill him. Silence it is. He jumps. When Riley growls, I know what you're feeling, book. Changing lanes, she brings up the Iran Tower. They have tryouts, but they hate talent like mine. They want pros. She goes quiet for a sec, thinking it over. That test is hardcore merit-based. For getting into Hanti, gotta be the best. She needs to ball out and crush the other wizards. He explains, regular nerds spend a lifetime prepping. It's the graveyard of prodigies for a reason. They're doing it this year anyway. MC is confused. 'Cause mid-tier mage in 6 months? Impossible. But Little Book puffs out his chest, and says, with me? Easy dub. You'll pass in under 6. Grinning huge, he adds, I got it all set up. The ride stops. Look at that, a creepy old graveyard. The driver shook, asking if they're for real 'cause the vibes are super haunted. Our main guy nods and tells him to bounce. Old dude peels out, leaving the duo solo. Hero says this is their dojo for the next 6 months. Says his ex-student lives here. She's like, 300 years? No shot. Smirking, he goes, who said he's alive? Or dead? Blondie's brain glitches, totally lost. Then he drops the bomb. His student turned into a lich. That spooky aura guy senses his old teach and the newbie. You gotta be cracked at magic to become a lich. And this dude was a total boss when he was breathing. She looks around like, I just see trees, where's the bone man? Guy goes, figure it out, pop quiz time. Riley's stumped, thinking this whole setup is super sus. He sighs, can't find him? Can't learn magic. Riley thinks that's weird. Glowing blue with mana, she gets ready to grind. Grenard asks if she's got a plan. You bet, she says. Teach thinks that playing hide and seek here is the ultimate training. She blasts magic, but it bounces off invisible walls. Her mana keeps pushing, but gets checked by some heavy trap circles. So many fake outs, she notes, impressed by the Lich's skills. Our boy grins, acting like a proud dad. Shields, illusions, trippy magic glitches. All hurdles for Riley. The Lich whispers, she's cocky. It took a pro half a year to find him, so this rookie has zero chance. But she just smirks, knowing it's in the bag. Teach isn't shocked, he knows she's built different. Riley's mana game is literally god tier. Boom, she faces the tall bony monster. Found ya. He freaks out. How? Too fast. Trying to stay chill. Admits he was trying to act tough, but his voice cracked. She's just confused. They wait while the skeleton pulls himself together. Rushing over, he asks how she speed ran that, since the last record was over 4 months. But Riley smashed the barrier in under 10 minutes by reverse tracking the interference signal. That's a pro gamer move right there, leading the Lich to wonder if she actually hacked the system. She owns it, forcing Mr. Bones to call her a literal monster. They wrap up the gossip quickly and head inside, while Book Bro eyes the weird beast. A Cerberus lives here? Dude's weird habits are timeless. The book asks if this creepy spot is really a base. Mage says his crib is close. They sit, and Skelly sips tea. Like, where does it go? She looks super awkward, catching Book Guy's eye. He tells the ex-student to chill the spooky aura. Skelly apologizes in a super sweet voice, saying he hasn't seen humans in ages. Social skills? Rusty. Book thinks, kid broke sky laws and got cursed hard. Being a necromancer means rocking major dark vibes. So he cheated death and went full on Lich mode. Get why I picked a live student? She nods fast. I mean, basically the whole Lich gig is illegal dark magic here. It's for evil fanboys, necros, and sketchy mages. Even thieves sourcing illegal loot. Total public enemies. Basically, there's a squad meant to hunt this trash. Called the Inquisition. They crush anyone acting villainous. How's life? Skelly says nothing's changed really. Just chillin' for 2,000 years. Same old drama. Mostly studying dark arts and dealing with guests. Like the adventurers who crashed here 5 years ago. They broke in? The Lich laughs. Oh, yeah, he has zero clue how they found the spot. Probably luck or the spooky dungeon vibes. They attacked on sight, he just defended his crib. Yo, you're leaking bone juice, Book points out. So, what'd you do to those intruders? Skelly admits he forced them into unpaid internships. He points. Meet Jeremy. Just looks like a dude, but seeing him makes the duo freeze. Oh snap, big realization hitting hard. Book screams, that's a Death Knight, you idiot. He asks how a total noob became a boss tier unit. Riley suddenly gasps, recognizing the guy instantly. She points out the sword on Jeremy's hip. Golden lion hilt. That's the Inquisition boss's gear. She says the leader vanished 5 years back. They're still hunting for him, hoping he's alive. Book Guy is absolutely fuming at his ex-student. Skelly shrugs. I don't know, I just fought intruders. Guess dark magic really fried his brain cells. He'd pop in to bug the Lich on his sanity, but for 300 years, those visits got lazy. Sigh. Time for a reboot. Mr. Bones clears his imaginary throat, pointing out the noob is rookie level but still arrived. He asks what's the deal with that. MC claims she can take the heat. Skelly agrees. Book asks if the Lich recalls the last student, Martha Felly. He remembers fast. Turns out Martha's with the jerks. Skelly smells a faker. You raiding Era's tower? Hero says yup, sounding super serious. Dark Mage goes, why that specific tower though? Just hit a smaller base. The big five are hype. Before, our guy thought that was the smart play. But, blushing, he admits wrecking him from the inside personally is way more lit. Bones shivers. Weird flex, bro. Then the hero replies, look who's talking, bonehead. Monster asks Riley if she's down for the risk. She grins and says it sounds epic. Lich calls her a weirdo too. Time skip. Now we see Riley awestruck at the place. Magic's wonky here, Bones says. We built it. Book thinks 6 months till the exam ain't enough to level up that fast. Even for Riley, it's total hard mode. But with 4 times the time? That's 2 years. Riley thinks the time warp is totally sick. They said building this room was a nightmare. Now the girl's got 2 major buffs. 1, she's physically cracked from her thief days. 2, her mana is OP. Gonna grind those stats and spam one spell, Dispel. She vibes with it. Then they explain. Dispel just deletes other spells. Poof. Even giant fireballs vanish instantly. Ink Guy asks if she gets why. She nods. She figures. The plan is to silence enemies during the test. Then she'll exploit her. Close range beatdowns? The dude smirks? Exactly, that's the vibe. The tome's #1 rule? Make sure nobody casts spells. Skelly thinks that's totally dirty fighting, though. But the tied up guy insists it's the only strat to ace the mage test. He leaves the messy training to the lich. Pause. The girl blinks, looking totally lost on that last bit, but Skelly's already charging up. Riley tries to bail. I can't dispel squat. She screams, noting that's junior year stuff. She's barely a rookie. Skelly fires the spell anyway. Even better. You level up faster this way. The blonde just looks more confused. Later, our main guy thinks deep thoughts nearby. His ex-student watches, super quiet. He claims skills usually skyrocket when you take damage. Why are you dodging the XP? He's puzzled by her lag. The lich steps in to explain. Flashback to the brawl. Skelly tossed a magic nuke at her. She stayed quiet, planting her feet to tank it. Then she dodged the KO hit. Skelly points, that right there is the issue. The protagonist wonders if his teaching style is totally broken. It's been 3 days, but he's already got her personality downloaded. She's got massive pride, showing weakness, failing, not in her vocab. For the Thieves Guild, failing a quest is game over. He wonders if childhood pressure is still messing with her head. Watching her, he figures that's the glitch, or maybe fear of failing makes her spam the dodge button. But she shuts that down fast. Nah, not it. Confused, she admits she only ran cause she hates pain. Skelly realizes that adds up. The boy grins like a goofball. Ditch the fear, okay? The book realizes she's clueless about the mechanics. He explains the big 3 hacks. Spot the lag, dive into the code, and sync with the magic flow. He sees Riley doesn't get the full dispel manual, but he's got a cheat code. Human mode book says, chill. I already taught you the meta. Skelly powers up again. The guy figures. She was just freaking out about taking damage. Riley focuses. She pokes the glowing spell orb with a finger. Still sus, the blonde asks if she really has the full download. Yup, he nods. She frowns. You only taught me tracking and mind reading, should I combo them? He starts yapping, but she cuts him off. Chill, I get it, no questions. Brain texting ink boy, she's like, I'll hack another route. Recalling our boy's vibe about ditching lame rules for average Joes, she's way above that basic nonsense. Riley steps up, reaches out, swearing she's gonna blaze her own trail, just like Grimoire taught her. Eyes shut, she spots the mana circuit. It's a total maze. Eyes open in magic land, she wall hacks the whole spell map. Brain flash, she's crushed these puzzles twice: Artemis's tunnel and the lich's creepy lair. Book nods along, yep, crack those codes one by one. Keep it low key though, ninja style, or they'll spot you and hit undo on the spell. Basically using telepathy as a cheat sheet to win. Boom, the skeleton spell turns into magic confetti. With a smirk, our main guy gives her props on the win. Shaking, she asks the time. He's like, it's been 4 hours. Phew, she figures that's just 1 hour in the real world. But the book's like, nah, fam. Other way around. 4 hours out there meant 16 hours grinding in here. She gasps, legs turning to jelly. Time lag is absolutely brutal. Riley just nods, accepting the L. Book confirms, that's just how this game works. It's cool, Riley says fast. I'm leveling up. Next time's a speedrun. Our guy grins. Now that's the attitude I like. Time went zoom. Seasons flipped like pages in a comic. Outside, folks were already getting cozy for autumn. Riley kept sparring the Death Knight to get buff. September hit. Sun's starting to dip early now. That's when the magic world gets all serious. It's exam season, baby. The big leagues. Then we see Riley wrecking another spell. Even Skelly is shook. Smirking, Riley watches the magic bits fade out. Hero guy calls it a flawless clear. 6 months felt like 2 years. She sounds confident. He reckons at this pace, she could stomp a mid-tier mage easy. She's kinda stunned. They call it a day. Skelly says, thanks, promises Jeremy's cooking. The boss man hypes his student. She's humble, then oops, a paper falls from his coat. Guy says with a bit more tweaking on attacks, Riley's basically a perfect mid-tier mage. She grabs the paper. The book goes, yo, what's that? It's a world domination plan. Step 1? Build a Death Knight and a magic using Chimera. Total shocker. The paper leaves them speechless and the room goes dead silent. They stare at their buddy, who just stands there zipping his lips. The master jokingly asks if his student really plotted world domination. figuring he'd ruin the continent. Skeleton yells, I totally was. But I just wanted one tiny eastern city for my crib. Our hero sighs and face palms. He can't believe this nonsense. Lich admits that was the dream, but the book thinks he's a trouble magnet without a babysitter. Mage scratches his head like a cartoon, which makes the book ask, why the innocent look, totally judging him. Skeleton claims he's been an angel, making our hero scream in frustration. Right when the Lich's world domination plan flopped, drama kicked off up north. A girl in all black was trekking through the snow there. Creepy figures appear ahead, looks like another plot is brewing. It's on the road to Wilhelm, that famous mage city. The goons huddle up, hiding their mugs. One guy tells the boss, yo, that's definitely her. Her outfit screams filthy rich from a mile away. Smirking, the guy says her walk is lame and careless, total sitting duck. He grabs a bow, the squad draws weapons. She should have watched her back, they laugh, fire an arrow fast, yelling, die. And wow, it actually hits. Bullseye to the back. She drops, red blood messing up the white snow. Minions hype up the boss. Sick shot, dude. Looting the body, they find gems. Jackpot. What's this worth? Stuff you don't even see in dungeons. Leader thinks he's lucky, until a buddy calls out, sounding freaked. He starts whining but gets cut off. When the scared guy yells, bro, look, surprise. The dead girl is standing right there, looking absolutely terrifying. Hoodie guy stammers. What the heck are you? Everyone screams loot, gold, and body are gone. Boss panics. He suddenly realizes the chick in front of them isn't normal. She's a mage. Terrified, he yells, grab your weapons. Fight time, he claims, we got numbers, we can take her. But the girl just flashes a creepy, evil grin at their little show. The gray-haired guy mocks her as a spoiled brat, but gets shut down fast. Instant later, a weird weapon slices his arms right off. He groans, gritting teeth against the agony. Then he screams like a baby, seeing his hands twitching in the dirt. She tilts his chin up while he's wailing. Grinning like a psycho, she says, mess with a mage, pay the price. Later on, some old geezer rolls up to the spot. He scans the scene. A mage definitely wrecked some bandits here. Happened 5 hours ago. Not a fight, just a total stomp. The driver guy asks the play. Gramps says, ignore it, tell the guards later. Hopping back in, he figures they're safe if they chill there. Driver nods. Inside, you can see someone familiar. Gramps spots Riley lugging our main character. He yells over, asking why she's hitting up Wilhelm. She says, taking the big 5 tower exams. He freaks out. He whines that she's basically seeking death, seeing that massacre earlier. Are total psychos wanting blood. She better have skills. He admits hitting low ranks young is cool, but she needs to grind more first. She dryly thanks him but says her mind's made up. With a super grim vibe, the dude shuts up, thinking, another newbie's gonna get wrecked early this year. He sighs big time, feeling bad for Blondie. MC wonders why Gramps is nosy. Riley's clueless too. Later, they arrive. Riley's mind blown by the high-tech city. Turns out, it's freezing all year. Modern cribs have flags everywhere. Up top, there's sky ships cruising. Suddenly, people panic, asking, what gives? Apparently, it was Roy, the neighbor dude, messing up an experiment. MC thinks the look changed, but the vibe's the same. He asks Riley if she knows where to go. She's got no clue. Book guy's annoyed cause he's lost too. Meanwhile, a creeper watches from an alley. MC says the exam hall isn't mapped. Riley starts to blast mana to search. Energy waves hit every street. It spots 10 spots, all shiny buildings with keep out signs. Book thinks they should have tailed the old guy, feeling Riley shares. Should have just listened to his yapping. MC notes the changes in the last 300 years, but misses the eyes on them. A guy walks up, acting chill, saying Riley looks new. Book checks him out. Big robe, typical Wilhelm drip. Plus, I catch a weak vibe off him. Total amateur mage alert. Dude starts explaining that using spells to navigate is useless cause all the lab static messes it up. She asks if he's got another way to get there, and he acts all thoughtful. Flashes a totally fake, innocent grin. Suggests letting a nice local help is the best bet. Riley looks at me, but I'm just like, you pick, boss. So Blondie agrees to tag along. Guy asks the destination. She says the admin office for the selection test. He leads the way, saying he totally gets it. You taking the exam? She goes, yep. After tons of yapping, Ray just nods along blankly. We walk, and this guy's mouth just won't quit. She cuts in sweet like, how much longer though? Smirks confidently. Admin office? About 15 minutes, but she shakes her head, clarifying. That's not it, then exposes who he really is. I meant how long till that spell you're casting kicks in? Guy's face drops. Goes full on serial killer mode. Voice gets deep. When did you catch on? Since the start. Her lips glow a soft pink. She clocked how he stressed weird parts of his sentences. Figured he was using a funky tone to lace words with magic. Classic enchantment. Am I right? He just grins, actually impressed. Riley knew he was using that weird tone to hide the hex he was throwing at her. She laughs till she cries. He's confused. Why follow me? Turns out, he was trying to hit us with paralysis. Basic spell, but it locks you up tight. Victims get sold for experiments or on the black market. Super common here, usually targets teens like Riley. But there's a secret reason we trailed this loser. Riley claims even though he's grown, he can't hurt her. Annoyed, the guy grinds his teeth and chuckles. Thinks she's cocky cause she knows basics. He snaps. Even among noobs, the skill gap is massive. Kid. I jump in, totally hyped up. Riley is heaven and you're the dirt. She just stares. She ignores me rude and asks his victim count. He puffs up his chest. 13 total, he brags. Says they all fell for his hot face. Delusional much? We both just stayed quiet. The dude claims his face makes ladies weep buckets. Our hero, still flipping the bird, hears Riley agree. Yeah, weeping cause they regret looking at you. So technically, the creeper is a pro at making girls sob. He absolutely lost it. Bro catches fire, screaming witch. At our girl, a spicy fireball spawns, turning into a glowing spear. It's a classic elemental. Awakening spell. Fire type, obviously. She thinks, total noob, but nice aim. Dude yeets the spear at the girl. She thinks, sweet, free XP grinding. Boomer launches his heat at the teen. She watches, totally unbothered. Her aura hugs the fire, turning on hyper-focus mode. Turns out, training with that lich gave her 4K Ultra HD vision. With Riley's brain boosted, time basically lags for her. Spear is literally in her face. Boom, magic circles pop up around the kill shot. She's cracking the spell's code in real time. She waves a hand, blue-purple vibes flare, and times delete time spear gone. The guy is totally shook. Never seen a kid play like that. He panics after she nopes his attack. What cheat code is that? He yells. She just loads the next spell. She wonders if this is the skill gap everyone talks about. Grim sees her attack no spin, just raw magic juice. Suddenly, Riley blasts a huge blue nuke at him. Dude is sweating. She's way too fast. The blue orb smacks him. True magic missile, baby. He takes the hit and drops like a sack of potatoes. Riley goes, thanks for the tutorial, scrub. She's like, magic isn't a cheat code for everything, and implies combat gets messy depending on your vibe and skills. They look at the guy. Oops, game over. Grim is freaking out, asking, did you just PK him? Seriously, no drama? The boy realizes he's an accomplice now. Panicking, he begs for a respawn while she just chills. We just came here for some XP farming. Permadeath isn't fair. Despite the begging, no respawn happened. Snowy morning hits. Riley and Jmorio are chilling outside the so-called admin office. Here's the scoop. She used her tracking hacks to check 10 potential spots for the office. But nobody knew where the real HQ was hiding. She bugged everyone, checked every building, and boom, finally found it. Gamoro spots a sign that labels the place. How'd we miss this? Someone's definitely trolling us. He asks if she remembers every single spot they hit up. Riley nods. Yep, mapped them all. She connects the dots and whoa, it's an inverted pentagram magic circle. Grimorio calls the admins total jerks. He explains they turned the whole city into a giant magic trap with those buildings. Basically, they use stealth, barriers, and illusions to mess with everyone's heads. Why go that hard, though? He wonders. While she studies the map, they head inside to get some answers. Stepping in, the duo finds a redhead chilling at a desk. She spins her chair around to face them instantly. Congrats on passing phase 1, kiddos. She beams. That snowflake mark on her hand? Proof she's in the exam game. Riley stares at her hand, confused, as the lady explains that mark is their VIP pass for the city. Heading out, Riley admits she just got lucky. He's like, tedious, sure. Hard? Nah. With her insane tracking skills, the 10-building scavenger hunt was a breeze. The buildings weren't on the map, making it extra tricky. Plus, 10 decoy locations? All part of one big, messy test. Redhead said the real office only spawns after finding the other 9 spots. Grimorio figures you gotta beat obstacles and track everything just to find the front door. It's hell for normal mages, but a cakewalk for Riley's GPS brain. Before they bounce, the admin lady hollers at Riley again. No fighting other applicants before round 2, she warns. Riley is totally lost on that drama. What gives? She asks. Nothing, he replies. Some losers pick fights to test your power levels, he explains. Riley knows she's got nothing to do with that, but he warns folks might try to scrap anyway. Suddenly, she freezes up, super tense. She looks at Gamorio, and yup, he feels it too. Suddenly, Riley gets the creeps, serious I'm gonna die vibes. She clocks that magic signature. Same creepy feel as those stiffs on the road. Whoever's leaking that bad mojo. Def the one who smoked those guys, the boy notes. Trace the bad vibes, he says. She puts on her game face. Riley fires up the tracking spell. Boom, blue vision mode engaged. She scraps the visuals and tries sensing the world purely via magic energy. Whoa, tons of glowing mana people all around her. Then she spots him. One person glowing weirdly, red shirt. Hard to miss. Bingo. That's our source of the murder why feeling. Uh-oh. Red shirt is staring right back at Riley. What now? She panics. Think you can take him? Her friend asks. It's freaky, he admits. Just keep your guard up, okay? Riley blinks. Red laser beams are zooming straight for her face. Block or duck? Block or duck? She freezes, totally indecisive. Too fast, she realizes that way before she can even move a muscle, her brain's gonna be a shish kebab. Desperate times. She casts 2 spells gonna tank a hit to survive. She throws up a shield wall, planning to smash it and dive through the gap. At the same time, she loads up a magic missile to fire back. She's thinking fast, but not fast enough. That enemy spell is in her face. 0 exit room. Right then, the red shirt closes in, panic mode. She can't stop the attack. It's over. Still, she fires her missile and somehow blocks that incoming red death ray. Splat. Blood everywhere. Her grimoire hits the deck, soaked in red. Red shirt just smirks. Creepy. Riley stares at her hand, totally lost. She stands there, frozen in the crowd, wondering, what just happened? She coughs, brain still buffering on reality. The red shirt enemy is standing right there, explaining that the fight was all in her head. It's a mental battle, she says. Like a hyper-focused VR simulation. Basically, your brain detects the enemy, feels the killer vibes, and runs a reaction scenario. So, none of that was real? Just a hallucination? Red shirt is still just standing there facing her. Hood comes off. It's a girl. Did you just watch yourself die? She asks. There's an upside-down star on her hand. Edgy. Grim gets it instantly. She's a candidate for the exam. Guess she skipped the no fighting memo. That horror show Riley saw? Total psycho behavior. Watch out, the boy warns. That girl? A certifiable crazy person. Grim adds that nobody in their right mind uses magic to straight up murder folks. Later, red shirt is chilling at a table. Food bad? She asks. Riley sits there, agreeing the food is fire. Apparently, they're at Wilhelm's top spot. She snacks while her pal looks super awk. She's totally shook to hear the rivals paying the whole tab. Blondie digs the new girl, but Grim screams sus. Feed me, your fam, she says, munching away. Mid-chew, Riley claims she just ate trash in the cave. Grim's salty about his cooking. Lich even balanced all the macros with rare loot back there. She's still meh. Whatever, my taste buds are broke. Grim cuts the chat, saying, there's bigger drama right now. Red dress girl's like, I'm Rebecca, call me Becky. Says it's chill meeting Riley. Could be a psycho killer. Bad for digestion. Riley says thanks. Becky's like, don't sweat it. Lore drop, just 27, she's already an Ophids. Mid-tier mage here for the big exam. Becky says skip the gratitude. It's free, she cackles. Riley's totally lost. She recalls the admin chat. Becky flashes her hand crest. Free perks here, calls Riley a total noob. Riley pouts. Chill, wasn't tricking you. Grim's annoyed his pal is so slow. Riley goes blank. She's super salty. Got a crib? Riley points to her list. Becky snaps, saying that's trash. Quality varies. Gimme that map. Points to a spot. This one rocks. Heavenly Whale Inn is the goat. I'm there. It's chill, quiet, nice boss. Becky yaps on. Riley's so over it. Returns the map, now tagged in red ink. Riley asks if the new girl's coming. Nah, crashing elsewhere. She eyes the map. Becky eyes her. Wanna crash with me? Hard pass. Just asking. Grimm's baffled. Claims he's got eons of XP. Says Becky was actually for real. Still, Blondie doesn't get the obsession. Friend goes, dunno, I can't. Red a psycho. But taking a wild guess, he bet she's dying to know how a total noob like Riley aced part 1. MC's like, wow, you got a big mouth for a guy who claimed he was clueless. He's just guessing, though. Then she drops the whole birds of a feather cliche on him. Grimm's like, yo, are you calling me a psycho? Becky rolls up, telling Riley to chill out and nap before round 2. Dude's creeped out. That smile? Total psycho vibes. I mean, she went full slasher movie on those bandits earlier. He nudges Riley to say something cool before she dips. So our MC waves by a little red ant. Becky's all, next time, let's brawl for real. No chickens, Riley fires back, just don't use spooky fake magic on me. Red looks lost. Illusion magic? What's that? Remember that trippy virtual fight they had earlier? Riley nearly croaked but snapped back to reality. Becky claimed it was just a battle of the minds. But nah, that was legit brain warfare. MC figures the whole freaky vision was just a cheap trick. Becca's shook that Riley actually has a brain and admits only top tier wizards spot that stuff. Grimm starts lecturing, but Riley just calls Becky a no-skill scrub. She keeps going. If that was a real mind battle, I'd still be standing. Since I didn't die, you were totally faking it. Now Red is getting super ticked off. Mages have huge egos, so calling her trash is a big no-no. Becky fumes. Excuse me? Say that again? You think you'd beat me for real? Riley's like, duh. Yes. Totally keeping her cool. Becky's got zero comeback. Just frozen. Then she cracks up, laughing at the thought of Riley winning. She calls Riley a kiddo. I'm basically a pro mage. Advanced level. You're just a total newbie. You're barely an apprentice. We're leagues apart. She brags about her mana, her aim, her control, and how fast she casts spells. Total gap. Grimm butts in. Yeah, that gap is pretty huge. No skill fixes that, just facts. He's about to finish, but Riley cuts him off. Heard that before, she says. That guy's dead in a ditch now. Gets in Rebecca's face, put a hole right through his chest. Red stares at her, realizing, this girl wrecks people way stronger than her. Like that Lich duel, the Chimera fight, and that alley guy. Becky just cackles. She eyes the scene, literally itching to jump Riley right now. And the chick says bring it, she's game for whatever. Becca tells her to zip it, she ain't getting booted for ignoring the ref's warning. Our main girl calls bluff. Says Becca's just bailing cause she'd totally get wrecked. Trying to kill the vibe, Red Dress claims it was just for kicks. She's met way weirder freaks before. She waves Riley off. Try not to die before the exam, hun. Walking away, Becca keeps throwing shade, laughing about her fun day. Blondie realizes wait, that was totally a clone. Grimm agrees. Real bodies vibing way across Wilhelm. That weird flow ain't human. Only Riley's crazy senses could have clocked it. Hero gets it now. Her pal asks, what's the tea? She explains why Becca was obsessing over her. Riley says it was just nosiness. Becca waited for her to spot the fake. The girl notes that. While Becca waits to get caught, her power spikes hard. Grimm asks why bother? Riley shrugs, for the lols. She says the thrill of almost getting busted is super entertaining. Her buddy says that is total psycho behavior. Which is honestly kinda cool. Dude shows up, reading docs by dim candlelight. Scanning exam profiles, he spots a ton of weirdly cool applicants. He notes seeing the list to Stingwatt's second kid. Says it gives him major nostalgia vibes. Admin lady pops up in a glowing magic ball, telling him to quit the memory lane trip and flip the page. Intrigued, guy looks, betting the good stuff is next. Skimming fast, he hits Riley's file. Renelle Mises Academy kid? Notes say she is a newbie desperate to test as soon as possible. Classic Renelle Mises behavior. Boss lady asks if he knows her time on test 1. Snobby, he bets she failed, probably got lost for 3 months. Shutting him down, Red explains the total opposite. She drops that the girl hit Wilhelm in the afternoon, found admin in half a day. Guys shook. Startled, he grabs Duncan's file, noting his old record was 4 hours. And he used 20 clones. The usual time for winners too. Beat test 1 is like a week. Even pro-level Garen needed a whole day to finish. Glasses guy realizes Riley totally crushed the speed record. Admin lady gives a nod. Bet you anything this year's gonna be a total circus. With 7 days till round 2, teachers told everyone to chillax before the big brawl. Riley was totally down to do absolutely nothing, since her bestie pointed out they've been grinding non-stop. With the exam looming, Riley went full couch potato mode. Sleeping in, brunching, taking pre-lunch naps, and eating dinner at a snail's pace became her vibe. 3 days in and she was already dying of boredom. Riley was sick of rotting in bed, so Grimoire suggested a walk and she was in. She got all dolled up and her pal noted she looked pretty fire. She bragged about her pricey new drip, but still had cash to burn, unlike him and his hand-me-downs from Miss Rennell. Suddenly, something snagged her attention. The massive central library of Arcadia. Her buddy explained the place has been standing for literally centuries. Said it's huge, maybe second only to Emo's, and packed with magic tomes. Hyped, Riley asked if she could pop inside, but her friend wasn't feeling it at all. Trying to convince him, she argued they were bored and her candidate pass gets her in. Checking out Arcadia would be a super useful XP boost with all those rare books. He still looked majorly skeptical though. Bro claimed he was stuck there for 300 years with creepy cursed books. A bunch of spooky titles flashed by. Riley told him to suck it up, can't dodge libraries forever. He sighed, agreeing that you kinda need books to get smart around here. Realized he had to get over his book trauma eventually. Defeated, the boy shut his eyes and agreed to enter the belly of the beast. Grimoire warned that if this goes south, he is out of here for good. They strolled up to the building, and something caught her eye. She was vibing with the aesthetic, but he snarked that the place felt empty and the roof was a cheap knockoff of Hot. She asked, "What's Hot?" Riley mentioned she snagged a platinum card and Grimoire explained that's top-tier VIP access. Hearing that, she went totally ballistic with joy and said she knew exactly where to go. They beelined for the forbidden section. Boyo noted that's where the spicy, actually important books live. Told her to grab a lamp since it was gloomy as heck in there. She spotted a bright patch, so they drifted that way. Turns out some dude was already there, nose deep in a book. They crept closer, and once he sensed their vibe, the reader spun around to face the intruders. Asked how they got in. Riley flashed her hand mark, totally confusing him. He admitted that was pretty rad. Guess she aced round 1. Even with his sketchy magic, the Grimoire recognized the guy. Flashback to when she first bumped into that old geezer at exams. Back then, he claimed she'd be toast because of some past massacre. Riley flashes the crest on her hand. Gramps tells her to quit since the exam is way too savage for a rookie. He keeps yapping, claiming only wizards with decades of XP can survive it. Riley stays zip-lipped while the awkward silence gets heavy. After a pause, she's like, "Thanks for caring, but I'm doing this." Boomer calls her totally reckless and dumb. She claims she's just brave, but still. Deep in chat, he fires back that it's just pure irresponsibility. Fed up, she demands to demo her magic and tosses a few spells his way. He announces a one-on-one showdown. Beardy says if she wants in, there's a huge catch. She has to duel him. The yellow-eyed girl is confused, but Gramps says it's a weird duel. He won't even attack, which totally baffles her. She gets 3 free shots at him. If he moves even an inch, she takes the W. He promises to back off if she lands one solid hit she'll make it alive. Riley's pal thinks Beardy might actually be spitting facts. He eyes the guy. Fewer than 50 dudes on the continent are this strong. He's basically the final boss here. Top tier. If Riley tags him, she's legit skilled. Yellow Eyes asks what goes down. If Riley totally whiffs it. Mage goes, then she's banned from the exam. Riley's shook. Then he adds, also, I attack her for real. Brown hair gasps, you literally said no attacking. Old guy's like, relax, I won't unalive her. Just snapping a leg so she quits. These guys realize he's nuts. He asks why the long face. She's like, my ego stings. With a smirk, he asks, wanna fight for real? She's crazy enough to say yes. He sighs at the sheer stupidity. Suddenly, brain blast. He tells Yellow Eyes to grab a book from his bag. She grabs a green one, 100 VIPs. Who built this empire? He snags it. Her buddy's like, why though? Flipping pages, he says, it's legit history, no fake news. He chucks the book at Riley. Read it. Friend is puzzled. Gramps points to page 67. Garen Edward Bond de Garb led the West Front Magic Squad. Dude soloed hundreds of demons like a boss. The Alpar battle made him famous. Emperor even Hall of Famed him. The duo. The squad stares at the book like it is alien code. Top tier wizards are not all built the same. Some hermits grind XP locked in their bedrooms. Others get buff wrecking noobs in actual wars. Then there are the big leagues, giants like Gramps Garen here. Boom, his mugshot is right in their history text. They side-eye the old guy, roasting him silently. Jiren is like, too much? Brunette dude nods, yep. Main girl tries to haggle her turns from 3 to 5. Mage goes shameless much? JK, chill. She scans the room, way too much junk to smash here. Old dude snaps his fingers, Thanos style, telling her to quit stressing the clutter. Magic vibes start leaking from his hands everywhere. Blue boom hits, yeeting all the furniture away. Room is empty now. Garen asks, spacey enough for ya? Yellow eyes won't need to stress mid-fight. About wrecking the school, cause Gramps put up a shield. What if I miss? Nah, this place is magic proof to the max. So basically, her buddy gives Riley the green light to blast. Time to see if she can boop the pro's snoot. Perfect chance for a safe vibe check. If she whiffs, she is totally toast. But she has got skills. Hit low rank pre-20, genius status. Wizards get 2 glow-ups in life. First at 10, when you get the magic download, apprentice mode. Round 2 hits when you're grown. That sleeping skill seed wakes up and pops, giving you insane, custom-made powers. Once you vibe with your new mana, you graduate from noob to low rank pro. That is why adult power levels spike like crazy. Plus, they buff up as they age. But beat the system before that second glow up? Before 18? You are a literal monster, like Riley. Jen is hyped to see what this girl turns into. Exactly why she shouldn't take that dumb test. She does it, we lose a legend. Total waste. Gramps sets rules. 3 shots. He moves? She wins. He plans to flex so hard. She gets spooked and quits the exam. Harsh, but gotta save the kid somehow. Let's go, says Santa. She nods, whipping up a blue orb. Thing swells up on a magic surge. Riley yeets a magic missile at the old geezer, but he doesn't flinch. He's like, okay, pretty fast delivery. That's cool and all, but the hit is weak sauce, no spin, no tricky curves to bypass his guard. The mage pops a mana shield and tanks the hit instantly. Such a basic attack doesn't need fancy defense. Gramps totally predicted that move. He figures she'd get wrecked instantly if she took the real test now. But then whoa. Something weird hits his system. Paralysis? Nah, Garen realizes it's her magic vibe. She's projecting pure Grim Reaper energy at him, and he's shook. He hasn't felt this close to death since his battlefield days. Major goosebumps, same as back then. And it's coming from this newbie girl while he's defending? Wild. The old guy wonders, what's the glitch here? Panic mode, he realizes his mana shield is actually dissolving. She's trying to delete his protection. A green magic disc pops up behind him. He needs a boost. It shoots a green crystal to snipe her missile out of the air. Riley's jaw drops. No way. Her powerful shot gets smashed to bits. Brown-haired kid sees Gramps barely saved his shield before it crashed. Garen suddenly has a lightbulb moment. Was that whole thing a setup? She went straight for the front door. Did she try to hustle him into lowering his guard? She's not just cocky, she's legit. He better keep his eyes peeled. Riley winds up again, blue energy ball this time. Eyes wide, she chucks the sphere right at his shields. Caught him napping. He frantically waves his stick to deflect the blue blob. Smash. His power crushes the missile again. But Garen spots it, she hit the exact pixel-perfect weak spot in his armor. And get this, she actually made him stumble back, just a smidge. She's got insane mana hacks for spotting weaknesses instantly. It's almost like a pro gamer is playing her character. She's no rookie. She's cheesing high-level strats with zero effort. A total prodigy, he has to admit it. This girl is gonna crush the survival test. Garen lifts a foot and steps up. Riley's confused. Wait, I was reloading. What gives? Can I shoot again? She asks. Nah, game over, the old man says. He explains that her second shot made him move his feet. So she takes the dub. He promises to butt out. He bows. My bad for stepping in, kiddo. Called it, Riley smirked. Totally knew it. Second hit connected. Why load another? Gramps asked. Overkill? Recalling her 3 chances, she started casting. Just because. Locked and loaded, the girl dared her. Foe to power up. Bring the heat. She had questions, but the mage paused her. Wait up, kid. Freaked out, he wondered what she knew. First hit was total bait. Then bam. The second proved she wasn't some rookie. Was she just using a pro like him for target practice? Another blue mana bomb was about to wreck his face. Asterisk, she's actually crazy, asterisk, he thought. The brown-haired boy watched with a savage grin. Pros are different beasts, Garen said. But her style? Wacky. Tossing her a towel, the old guy admitted, more mana, and I'd be dead meat. Tech is good, her friend nodded. Just low battery. Standard. Without an elemental awakening, the only spell she's got is magic missile, super basic. With generic magic, she just has to get fancy with the aim. Chill, the brunette boy said, it's all good. That scatter shot to create an opening for a surprise attack? Even a top mage would hate dealing with that. She's killing it, he concluded. Exiting, The old man whispered, let's keep this hush-hush, yeah? Zip it, they agreed, don't need beef with other candidates. Riley played innocent. What are you even talking about? The old man recalled a book. Asterisk she figured it out, asterisk he realized. Darren asked about her crash pad, and the girl shrugged. Sky whale in. Some friend picked it. Yikes, he winced. Whoever said that is not your friend. Unless you trust psycho killers. Wilhelm has way cooler spots, he told them. My whole life fits in this bag, she sighed. Follow me, he insisted. Going somewhere 100 times better. The brown-haired boy asked, aren't all inns basically the same? They reached the Grand Hotel. Feast served. Need anything else? Maid stood ready to help. With whatever. The luxury left the kid speechless. Okay, the boy gaped. This is next level. Who picked the dive? Becky. She was totally trolling Riley. Realizing the betrayal, Riley stood up. That is so not cool. Why? Her pal asked. Fuming, she imagined slapping Becky silly. We were kinda dumb to believe her, he admitted. But Riley saw red. Tomorrow's test? It's revenge o'clock. Suddenly, she totally vibes with that idea. Super hyped about the possibilities. Gramps is clueless cause they're mind texting. He asks what's up, and Ray fakes being stressed. Garen's like, y'all met Rebecca Duncan? MC knows her. Mage is like, weird if you didn't. Old guy recalls his exams or war speech. Rebecca is literally the poster child for that crazy. Last year? DQ'd for murder. Before? Killed the proctor. She chills mostly, then goes feral once a year. Brown hair floats up, homicidal maniac fits her. Mage asks why the 5 towers don't ban her. If she's that toxic, just ghost her at sign up, right? Buddy steps in, nah, towers have a reason. She's basically a living stress test. Running into a psycho like Duncan. Mid-exam keeps you panic guessing her next move. They hit the mark, and Mage's hands glow up. Welcome to round 2. The dude notices it looks just like the admin office. Getting closer, Gramps says, get in there. He taps the door boom, pink magic everywhere. Doors fly open, wind blasts everyone. Drama much? He starts rambling, but his pal is suspicious, giving the mage major side eye. A square pops up. Garen's seen this 1,000 times. Poof. They vanish, leaving just sparkles. Teleportation is wild. Girl blinks awake. Boom, crowded hall. Brown hair spots the luxe decor. Palace vibes? Scope the bling. Is this the real deal? Nope. Definitely not the palace they know. Layout is totally wrong for the Great Hall. Check it, it's ancient. Floors cracking up. Riley clocks it, ruins. Loot, treasures, magic books. Usually crawling with traps and boss mobs. Toughest dungeons to raid, hands down. Of course they picked a death trap for the test. Girl realizes Sir Garen ghosted them, but her pal points, he's right there in the mob. No time to lose, she's chasing him. Suddenly, someone intercepts them. Rebecca shoves in, acting all oh my god, fancy meeting you. Back to the drama. Riley's dead serious, swatting away Mage Becky's hand. Bex asks if the Sky Whale trip was a vibe. Riley's like, nope, hated it. The psycho asks if the hotel flopped. The squad holds back the rage to avoid throwing hands too early. First, Ree claims she skipped that in, saying she chilled for 3 whole days in Arpel Sting instead. Her bestie knows she's capping since they only did 2 days after Becky scammed them, but she keeps her mouth shut. Someone yells at us to check out a specific spot. The start examiners say hi, ready to guide us through round 2. And Rebecca is fuming, giving Ree the death stare. She vows payback for the last challenge's sass. But our girl's sure she can take her down. Salty, the woman walks off saying we'll see. Dark-haired boy is lost. Classic him, figuring he'll deal with it later. A redhead admin says this round is 3-person squads fighting other squads. Admins pick the teams, so we gotta play nice and cooperate. At the spot, they gotta hit the gates. A glasses girl walks up to their crew. 30 mins to mingle. Glasses girl is stuck with Ree, her pal, and Becky. The psycho mage hates teaming with her enemy, who says their beef gotta wait. Smirks. Glasses girl is hyped to be on Becca's team. Dark-haired boy thinks she's dreaming, despite being stuck with a killer. He finds Rebecca's bad luck pretty funny. Becky's a loose cannon mage who could cause a ton of drama, but she won't attack the MC during the test. Admin asks for questions. Psycho raises her hand, and redhead attends to her. Becky asks what if teammates brawl. She's told to fix her attitude so it goes smooth. Mage goes, not what I asked. She wants to know if they just blast each other with spells. Knowing Becca, The boss just laughs. Garen clocks the weird request too. Brown-haired boy realizes things just went south fast. The admin says the team comp is a way to test how well we vibe together. So, if a teammate croaks, everyone gets DQ'd. Hearing that, Rebecca yells that it's total garbage. All the other mages start gossiping about the same thing. Admin tells everyone to zip it, and they all stare. Green War notes that a top mage aura shuts people up fast. She says we got it easy being mages. We're priceless, after all. Nobody dares speak up, no matter how much drama they cause. Result, twisted characters, toxic traits, and zero social skills. But that is totally banned now. To get in, solo play is out. You need a squad. That's why round 2 is a team battle to see how you vibe with randoms. He ends with, if you ain't ready, just rage quit. Becca's like I hate this, but grabs Riley's hand saying, even if it sucks, they gotta go full tryhard mode. Grim notes she's only chilling cause she wants that W. Figured she'd snap, but she kept her cool. Actually, Becky hated losing back when they first met too. Maybe she's not a total psycho, could be acting. In the back, some girl tries to get noticed. Becca says they can't hear squat, so the girl walks up. She stammers about digging ancient magic, tripping up until she gets asked for her handle. Olivia drops her name and reps the flame school. The girl calls them losers for liking retro spells and asks where her crew is. Ancient magic is super old school and barely used. Total boomer tech. Greenware says fans are just history nerds chasing fairy tales. Those weirdos get called myth chasers and get roasted. Thought they vanished 300 years ago. Rage girl plus a nerd? Riley's got a dream team. Darren asks if she's good since teleporting makes folks hurl. Riley's chill, asks if he rolled a good squad. Dude's stoked on his pro mages. Grim's totally jelly. He asks about her crew and gets cut off by Becca dissing Olivia, who's hiding from the noise. The guy wonders, luck or bad vibes having Becca and a retro mage on one team? Greenware admits Becky is OP, whatever her rep says. Issue is, she's a total wildcard once it starts. Gotta watch their 6. And Olivia's retro magic? Useless. So really, it's just Riley and Becca carrying. Basically a duo. Guy says it looks doomed. Grim says they picked this, so suck it up and grind. Not just them hating life. Everyone's lost, so they gotta vibe with their squad. That's the whole point of round 2. Becca's screaming at Olivia, so teamwork is a joke. Darren says laters. Glad she's chill, she says, thanks, and he dips. Rye gets their rivals. Green War ain't sweating. The Lich training was huge, he's got this. They'll ace this selection test for sure. Then the admin drops the deets on round 2. Meet at the ruins entrance for the rule breakdown. Inside? It's a total maze. Gotta hunt for loot. She flashes the treasures at us. She taps a bright orb and poof, a gold golem spawns. We got 24 hours and 2 ways to win. 1. Snag the golem's core before time's up. 2. Whole squad needs to stay alive, no dying. TL, DR, grab core, team survival, dodge traps, easy? Sounds super chill, and everyone else thought so too. Then she cheerfully chirps, only 3 golems, besties. 42 peeps, 14 squads. Only 3 survive. Book guys like, 20% pass rate, rude. Short supply, high demand. Might not even find one. They want a battle royale. Riley calls it savage. Friend says, that's tower life. Officially, it's about merit, but, real talk? They just love watching us scrap. Lady adds, by the way, watch out for chimeras. Murder machines. Grim's like, seen that ugly face before. Admin nods. Some of you might know it. 5 years back, a lich raided the east. Same monsters. Grim recalls that creepy skeleton. She says once we cross the gate, we get warped to random spots. It's hard mode, but hey, think of the glory. Game on. Round 2 starts. Grim, the brainiac, mocks the palace size. We look like ants, it thinks. Then crunching noise. Look up. Huge dude. Chains everywhere. Big sword. Riley's like, was he in the brochure? Friend, they said obstacles, not boss fights. She mutters, plan was simple. Find gold golem, dodge the scary stuff. Grim agrees. This is a red zone, guys. Gut says, don't poke it. Needs 3 elite squads. Who's dumb enough? Our mage goes starry-eyed at Riley. Let's fight it. Grim shrieks, someone stop her. She grabs Becky, who's like, but the XP though. She begs Olivia for backup while the girl flails. Riley's like, we have 0 clue on their power level. Girl goes, only one way to find out, fight. She warns that rushing in blind means game over and 0 loot. The girl just grins, claiming they'll at least get an adrenaline rush. No thank you, she asks. I thank her, and she snarks, way to kill the vibe. The other admits she did it on purpose, and boom, catfight time. Olivia tears up, screaming for them to chill out already. They freeze. Olivia points at a corpse. Why fight next to a dead guy? She reaches out. Becky slaps her hand away. Why stop me? Have some pity. Becky rolls her eyes, totally annoyed. This is why N0BS suck. You know why I stopped you, genius? That slime on the bodies? Hound slobber. They smell their own spit like GPS, touch it, and we're hunted. Olivia whispers, sorry. Becky sighs, stay sharp, we're cornered. Riley just stares at the mage, zoning in. What? She asks. Thought you'd let her touch the gross stuff. He shrugs. Rebecca snorts, I value my life, thanks. The book quips, but you wanted to box a giant? Riley echoes the roast. Totally different, she insists. Giants are epic. Dogs are trash mobs. I only fight elites. Just then, enemy mages spawn to jump them. She's hyped for her first PvP. The squad gears up, but Olivia freezes. Guys. Look. A monster decloaks behind a dude, gripping his skull. Crunch. Everyone freaks out. Invisible attacker? Big nope. Then the beast goes ham on the whole enemy squad. We hide. Someone clamps a hand over Olivia's mouth. Book whispers, this level is brutal. I'm gonna hurl. Becca hisses, don't you dare. Riley nods, she's gonna blow. Looks like an oversized pup, he notes. No witnesses. Should I take a shot? He squints. The more it eats, the less invisible it gets. Book hypes him up. Riley tells Becky, quit camping, let's go. You wanted thrills? Here's your chance. Riley smirks. Rebecca lights up. Finally. She steps out. They stare down the beast. It growls back. She spots movement right before it lobs a magic nuke at us. Riley swipes his hand. Poof. Magic dispelled. Weak, he says. Book asks, cause you blocked it easily? It's rude to bug a dog at dinner, he quips. Rebecca nods. Not bad for a kid. She gets closer. Zero hesitation. You're a pro. Beast snaps at her chomp. Only catches a clone. Psych. She hops on its back. Nice try, scrub, nowhere near my level. Riley asks if she really needed that childish diss. Still grinning, Rebecca starts strutting on the monster's back, dodging everything. Her clones swarm it, trolling the poor beast. Beast was getting totally ticked off. Riley yells, let's end this, calling his name. Again. Girls down, so they charge up a combo cross magic missile. Later, Becky rolls up to their hideout. Piece of cake, she brags. Olivia was still cowering and shook. Becky's like up. But she just trembles and mumbles. So Rebecca screams, get up. It's over. Grimoire plugs the guy's ears. Becky calls Olivia a dummy, chill out. He notes she actually watches out for her pal. The book nods. Seems that's just Becky's weird way of showing love. Riley figures she's not actually evil deep down. Book agrees she's no psycho killer. Just a weirdo who starts beef instantly and acts crazy without blinking. But then the book asks, isn't she just like you? Riley gets quiet. He decides Becky ain't the type to kill for kicks. So Gwen's warning bugs him. What was that about? Stuck together for round 2, they'll dig up the truth. Olivia begs the Great Mother to guard lost souls and the duty goddess to scoop him up. While they stare, Rebecca asks why she wastes time on dead people rituals. Olivia starts her history lecture. Grimoire says it's a blah school rule. Riley calls it spooky nonsense. Riley cuts in, remembering their chat on tracking. Olivia admitted she was clueless with it. So he asks, how'd you even pass round 1? Since she can't track, finding the admin office makes no sense. Becky catches on, calls Olivia a dummy, and asks the same. The redhead starts sweating and stammers she just had to prove her ancient magic skills. She admits there was no rule saying she had to find it alone. She just got a tracker mage to do it for her. Everyone's jaws drop. Olivia hates admitting it, but claims she's the magic goat and belongs in the towers. Claims no one beats her, even if she couldn't find the office solo. Says failing just cause she can't track is bogus. Then she spills how she got that mage to help. Desperate, she begged at first, but nobody cared. They looked at her like a psycho who didn't belong there. Grimoire says it would have done the same. Her buddy claims she used torture magic to convince them. Says ancient magic has nasty spells and she's a pro at pain. That's how she persuaded the mage to help. Becky's like, how'd the admin even greenlight this mess? Girls all, hacked my way in, deal with it. Rebecca gets grilled for being total psycho while preaching R.I.P. vibes. Olivia's like, relevance? While faking sincerity so hard. Becky just calls her straight up Delulu. Then bam, girl face plants, whining about a tummy ache and gets caught by the squad. Green Wars thinking, y'all bonkers? Steps echo. 12 hours in, 0 golden cores snagged. Dude asks if they're still sprinting, eyes glued to the map. Relay gives a thumbs up. Winning moves? Snag a golden golem core to pass. Catch is, those metal heads bail the second they're spotted. Relay spots runners, but Becky claims bagging him is cake. Main character clocks 2 nearby that just froze solid. Miles away, Gramps and his duo locate the loot. Turns out Mr. Garen Zebold soloed it. Old dude walled off hundreds of demons. Green Top thinks hard, hits up the mage asking for a breather since they've been tracking nonstop for half a day. Garen snaps back that chill time isn't happening. Clock's ticking. He grills Arpel fast, no suspicions since orientation. Kid looks blank, so he demands the rock. Gramps notes the vibe is off, claims he's never felt energy this weird. Probably tower tech, though Zol's stumped. Burned half a day hunting this OP gem. Ruins had static, sure, but this thing was invisible. Arpel Stingwatt's legit, hit intermediate tier at 29. Second kid of the fancy Sting W clan. Dude can't figure how he tracks such crazy mojo when even Gramps was clueless. Zebold calls it a trap, tells the crew to scan the vibes. Turns out it's enchanted dragon leather. That stuff's anti-magic, totally stealth mode. Explains the struggle. Arpel asks why waste legendary loot on a quiz. Gramps snaps the kids focus, telling him he's missing the plot. Zebold's got one final brain teaser. Started with 42 players. Whoever's left can definitely track. Since the stealth cloak is off, Gramps asks, what's the play? Arpel's brain finally clicks. Gramps drops truth. It ain't a scavenger hunt, it's capture the flag. So whoever snags the golem. Skill's okay, but you become public enemy number 1. Greenie clocks it. 1 versus all. Classic tower troll job. He asks, what's the play, fam? Since the whole lobby is watching us right now. Arpel sees the devs plan for every outcome. Why loot now? He asks. Could've camped till endgame. Gramps says, we gotta fight eventually. Better to wipe the mosh pit now than later. Lurkers see the loot and go full aggro. Old timer blocks. Fast, clean, no lag. Haters get folded, KO'd, 0 movement. Cold hacks the buff. Tells squad, gear up. Combined stats? Taking 10 guys is light work. Miles away, Becky screams Riley's name. You feel that weird vibe too? She asks. Golem energy. We got a speedrun there, stat. Blondie hits the brakes. Nah. Becca argues, sprint now, catch the looters first. Riley sighs. Everyone thinks that. It's a trap, Becky pouts. Then what? Wait for the dog pile, MC says. Then steal. She explains the meta, but Becky cuts in. Still, Sis goes, just trust my call, okay? Red dress caves. Fine, you win. Book thinks the rest have trash tracking skills. It figures the others are noobs. Finding gold? Pure RNG for them. Suddenly, the quiet loot box goes supernova. Everyone rushes mid. Chaos. MC asks, why the buff? Kid thinks it's a dev tool to force a brawl. Riley suspects a ringer wants a player wipe. Grimoire wonders which sweat pulled that off. Vex is salty. They fight, we walk, lame. Are we there yet? She whines. So bored. Olivia sighs, chill for a sec. Becca pivots, why pick the dinosaur magic? Red. Girl blinks. Why the interview? I'm bored. And ancient spells are kinda useless. Before Liv can clap back. MC notes, your illusion spec though, Becky. Miss Thang gets spicy. Don't compare us. I know basics. She's just glitchy. Book notes Red actually apologizes for her bad build. Becca pushes, gotta be a reason. Why main that trash tier and ignore the meta? Liv's like, childhood tales hit different. You gotta read 'em, Beck. The tea on those stories gets spilled, but Beck's like fake news, roasting her by saying, no one deletes mountains or splits seas. Even Marthic Reborn couldn't do that. Liv tries to clap back, not fake. It legit went down. Becky snaps, if it's real, why can't school pros do it? Prove it or zip it. Head down, the poor redhead is speechless. Beck claims she's just looking out for her. Adds it's a total flop wasting talent on pretend magic. Still throwing shade, Becca asks if Liv's got skills besides torture spells. Liv says sorry again, trying to hype her up. Becky's all, I used to be basic like you, thinking illusions meant power. Insists she's just being a real friend here. Liv mumbles, thanks, and they keep walking. Riley hits up the book, yo, was that fairy tale magic actually real? Hero goes, Who's right? Dude instantly sides with Liv. Ancient magic was totally a thing. Says mountains vanished, seas split, and armies got wrecked by one spell. Wraps up saying all that was done by him and his legendary squad. More ancient magic deets get dropped. Riley's like, why'd we forget? Book blames the scary power of time, saying magic drifts with history and peeps just forget epic wins. Kid notes that long time ago, the war era finally chillaxed. So mages helped the empire unite the whole land. The big boss named it the Rights Empire and declared peace vibes everywhere. Result? No one needed nuke level power anymore. Riley, cause war mages are useless in peacetime. Book ends with, Empire shipped mages to labs for civil service and to clear messy dungeons. Turns out, to master lost arts, they had to invent new spells. Destructive magic was lit for crushing enemies. Guy screams, come at me. But another yells, cut it out. Too much boom in a dungeon triggers a cave-in. Someone's crushed, just one arm waving hello. Roof's failing, everyone's gonna be buried alive. Yikes. Riley shows up, staring hard at something. Safety first. Magic shifted to tracking skills for dungeon runs. The book keeps explaining, super focused. Meanwhile, boom magic got useless and became ancient history as the empire chilled. Folks dug retro magic, but the history gap? Way too huge. So legends just faded out. Total bummer, right? Riley asks, yo, still got those vintage spells? He nods, yeah, but it's totally pointless now. She wants in. Green War's just, nah, it's trash tier. She argues, but if war hits, retro tech makes a comeback. Green War sighs, look, this stuff is brutal. Runes, memorizing endless chatter, rewiring your body's circuits. Riley'd be back at level 1. Our girl would lose her buff stats and skills. Total reset. Hearing that? She's instantly over it. Next life maybe. Then big group hug time. Cut 2, squad chilling, golem thing tied up. Becky hypes the loot, but rivals are camping it. They look wrecked. Must have been a boss fight. Becca spots the core is still stuck inside. Mob goes aggro cause of the ropes. Dude casts a chill pill spell on the beast. Riley's confused, just frag it and loot. Green spots dragon skin. Magic damper, weak vibes. Turns out it's a camper strat. Save the loot for endgame. Green warns, watch your back, sis. Becca nods. They're OP. Stay sharp. Becky smirks. Please. We eat OP for breakfast. Let's roll, she yells, charging in. Enemy trio spots our gang approaching. Red dress girl cackles. Time to brawl. But Becca just keeps giggling. Suddenly, guy quits. Girl's like, for real? You trolling? His team's all, bro, why the fold? Zip it and kneel or we're toast. Becky blinks. Thought you guys were tough? Riley figures Becky's rep is just that scary. Dude's on his knees, apologizing to Olivia. Take the mob. No torture needed, promise. Redhead realizes, wait, that dude carried me in level 1. Vibe check passed. Tiny beast naps on Riley. It's a baby. Kinda looks like a hairless cat. Becca creeps up. Can I pet the kitty? It's so adorbs, she squeals. Chomp. Thing snaps and bites her hand. You good? Nope, she's leaking. Bad sign. Total circus squad. But hey, snagged a golem, zero drama. Emo boy's glad to skip the brawl, even if Battlefreak is sulking about the lack of violence. Becky highlights the Specs girl's torture vibes, seeing how she totally spooked the boss. Girl admits she grinded hard after spotting a glitch in the system. Psycho claims she shouldn't have been shaking if she packed that kind of heat. But yeah, major snag. That vintage spell has a 1-month cooldown. Ancient tech is always buggy. Becca calls her nuts, leaving Riley's pal confused on who the real weirdo is. She asks if Torture Girl is a southerner. Girl nods, breaking it down. Maniac swears every time she heard Four Eyes talk, that accent slipped out. Cat Crew totally backs it up. Then Dark Hair drops a bomb. South is crazy town. All the supreme weirdos spawn there. Pouting, Yellow Eyes yells, discrimination much? Her buddy just glitches out. He attempts to save face with stats, but she knows he's being judgy. Major letdown. Dude's lost, like, since when does she have morals? Then Becca pipes up from the back. Hand on heart, she announces she's repping the South too. The girls bond instantly. Hometown connections and all that. Riley tells Green the South is full of nuts. He fumes, literally just said that. She has zero memory of it, and her pal claims she's pulling a Pinocchio. Watch the nose, liar. But she's like, joke's on you, that was my fave tale as a kid. Green's baffled that story even exists here. Grinning, Riley goes psych. Boy got played hard. She lists titles he's clueless about. She sighs, duh, of course you don't know 'em. Uncle Robert wrote those exclusively for her VIP reading list. Green War asks, who? Flashback hits, blonde guy in a firestorm yelling at her to bolt. She says he was in her thieves guild. Boy asks, were the stories at least chill? They taught grim stuff. Like trust no one. Freaks him out, but explains her madness. 20 hours deep in. These ruins, only 4 hours left on the clock. Riley scans with magic. Coast is clear, no noobs nearby. Big yawn. Long day. Her buddy goes, hang in there, just 4 hours more and we crush this challenge. Green War figures it's a wrap. Easy pass incoming. Suddenly, a noise pops off. Riley freaks out instantly. Purple magic zaps their way, zigzagging like a missile. It zooms in fast. Mages scramble up, defense mode engaged. Hand up, protag summons that blue mojo. She pours every drop of mana into nuking that magic sphere. Looks like these crashers might wreck her. Big win. The southern gals stand up, totally shook. Becky screams at Riley, you said the coast was clear. She's like, my scanner didn't pick up squat. Becky flips. No way you missed them, stop lying. Her magic stats are cracked, and with that, she spots traps in top towers or buggy ruins easy. Greenware knows that Becky knows she's legit. Weird, unless they have dragon skin cheats. Hooded dudes incoming. Yup, rocking dragon skin hoods. They're blasting that purple magic at the squad. Totally going all out. If they have skins, they looted the golden golem. But why jump Riley's crew? Dark-haired dude is clueless. Lots of theories, zero facts. One thing's for sure, they're bad news. Their aim and speed? Insane. Way better than Riley's skills. Plus, the kid feels a familiar vibe from their magic. Green feels it too. Even if it's weird, the team hands up to power link. Enemies copy them. Making monospheres. Boom, laser-like lines light up the field. Brown-haired kid realizes it's a scouting move. A subtle mana stare down to check power levels. Mana's like an instrument, it vibes with the user's style. It flows fast to speed demons. For blast-happy mages, it's violent. For precision geeks, it's super neat. And for killers? Heavy death vibes. You can totally predict their next play from that. Check compatibility and sim the whole fight. That's what we call recon. Riley clocks him. Didn't expect to see you here. Hood comes off. It's Garen. Greenware's bummed. Why him? Seriously. Gramps hates this. The kid hates fighting him too. Is he after the core? Nope, Gramps already has one. Riley asks why, but Garen cuts him off. Tests bring crazies wanting war. I have my reasons. She's listening hard. Then he drops the bomb. I'm here to flatline Rebecca. He's got beef with one psycho here. Leaving her alive just means more chaos later. Oh snap, the rule. If one croaks, we all flunk. Riley's like, if Becky goes, I'm toast too. Guess that's why Meiji was all emo about this. She glares at her foe, mad but totally hyped. Psycho claims Gramps, says they got major beef. MC panics, but Bestie says, chill, we can't beat Garen. Green War blames Gramps' weird vibes. Yellow Eyes fights super weird, not gonna lie. Her missiles are aimbot cheats targeting weak spots. Garen's gone full turtle mode with magic. Dude's a walking tank, zero openings. Way easier to fight as two sidekicks instead. Riley says it's hard. Becky's like, duh, I know. Chick says she only brawls with pros. Plus, perfect rival right here, can't waste it. Mage eyes her vibe suspiciously, then pats Dorothy's head. Yo, this foe ain't easy. Ignore old magic girl and the cutie, he says. Dorothy is just totally lost. She scans Shorty, total noob mage. She's right. Annoyed, the girl asks with major sass how Riley dared show up with zero skills. Told to chill on judging, she keeps roasting. Gramps tells Arpel, watch Dorothy. He nods. Mage, just those two? Garen, stay sharp, asterisk, foot lift asterisk. She stomps hard. Boom, dark purple magic erupts. Summons claws and bolts at the enemy squad. Green War spots the darkness attribute, emo power. Dragon Skin squad is super focused. Game face on. Magic spikes, starting a shady teleport. Zap, a ray shoots out. Just Garen and Becky left. She stares down the incoming brawl. Woman bows. Honor to fight ya, Garen Seabull. Maniac walks up to Gramps, whispers Sharon. You know how much she gabbed about you? Becky's first look, but he feels kinda familiar. Garen growls her name. Scary mode, on. He rages, keep my grandkid's name out your mouth. Flashback time, girls on her knees, sobbing. begging for mercy while magic warps the squad away. Now they're in a mega-sized indoor garden. Green War moves freely. Just us two warped? Suddenly, he spots Four Eyes, crying in a corner. Oh look, the cat's here too. Toby's here. Phew, losing our hard-earned golem would suck. Green War's confused though, why bring us here? Dark transfer magic super forceful teleport, but totally limited. First off, the insane mana cost. Huge risk just to split us up briefly. Gotta be a trap, this spot probably buffs them big time. Riley spots these plants blocking their view, messing with mana senses. Worst battlefield ever. True, but Dark Hair thinks, opponents are mages, gotta analyze everything. What's the secret? Reason for dumping us here? Blinding themselves too? Boom, lightbulb moment. Steps down, purple magic pops. Friends are clueless. Dorothy's whining about Gwen, but Arpel's like, ambushes are honorable. She couldn't care less about honor, they ain't knights, she's just confused. Totally salty, asking why sweat for a coward? Plus those two noob kids? Why even worry? Arpel says stay alert, but Dorothy just blows it off. Isn't this unfair to them? She's cocky, it's 2v1. But GMW knows it's bad news. She hints that kids should quit. Rebecca's toast and Zebold's not playing. Even with skills, soloing a high-level mage? Tough. Here's the deal. Riley saves Becky fast, or she dies and they all fail. Girl asks if it's doable. Slim chance against veteran mid-levels. Riley thinks it over. Enemies claim they don't want to scrap, but they'll throw down if pushed. Then Arpel casts a spell. Plants start creepy crawling. Giant man-eaters now. No mercy, just like the old guy said. Seeing this, the squad gets why they got warped to this garden. Arpel's power, inherited from Archmage Stingwat. Earth vibes. Riley hears the name, mind racing. Dorothy's purple magic creeps toward his feet. She jumps. Boom. Magic explosion. Chick barely dodges it. She guards up cause. Plants above, dark magic below. Trapped. One step, and intense blue mana bursts from the new boy. Enemies bail on fighting her, too embarrassing. Dorothy's like, game over, Riley. Give up. She says, you're young, plenty of chances. Then Green War starts roasting their powers. Our hero asks. She hits up her pal, thinks she can solo them? Dude scans the vibes. It's clearly N. We're totally cooked since those two mid-tier mages are at full HP. But the Grimoire, having wrecked scrubs for eons, says it's totally doable. Greenware's like, back in my hood, there's a guide with 0 fail strats. Rule 1, know yourself, know the ops, win 100 fights. Brunette dude asks who's first. She points at plant guy. Target acquired. Cause that dude is the MVP. Frag the plants, and the shadows go poof too. Simple math. He grins. Bingo, that's the winning play. Dude's sketchy cause he can wrap you up, stun you with shroom dust, and sick munchy plants on your face. But Greenware's got a burning question first. Who made Archmage Stingwat, the OG of this leafy magic? She lists the big five: Yankin, Shello, Stingwat, Casson, and Ferric. Word on the street was they were magic nerds with mad skills. Her pal calls them dorks, but they were too stubborn to quit. Riley's heard plenty about his squad, so she knows the tea on Stingwat. His master asked what he dug most. Teach was shook. The kid hyped up a potted plant. Turns out, gardening was his total obsession. So Greenware asks, what's the verdict on that magic? They get the enemy now. Dorothy spots him giggling like they got a plan. Salty, she yells, throw hands or give up, loser. Riley hollers at her butt about this sick fairy tale Amy the scammer that lives in her head. Written by Uncle Rob from the Dragon Guild, classic. She's gonna demo Amy's hustle, and Dark Hair Boy is all ears. Then she tells the haters to take it. They're totally clueless. Riley's like, take the gold kitty golem. Dorothy's stunned since Zebold swore they'd scrap. She figures if they fight, the girl's nuts. So she's like, cool, hand over the loot. Poor kitty's bawling its eyes out. Riley snaps, quit whining and go. All hype. Dorothy goes, come to mama. Greenwar asks, what's the play here? Psychology 101, nobody fears a wimp. Dude better pay attention. Toby creeps up real slow. Riley says, smile. Kitty preps the ambush on the low. Last order, chomp 'em good. Toby launches at Dorothy's mug, full speed, grabs her hand and sinks a fang in. Blood everywhere. She screams, and her buddy panics, rushing over. Hero Girl charges a missile and straight up yeets it at his mug. Arpel's shook, pops a mana shield to save his bestie. Green War is barely whelmed. Such a sloppy noob strat. Boom. Arpel's flimsy magic can't even hold the blast. And the damage starts hitting. Shield cracks, dude whines. They barely juke the hit though. Dark-haired kid realizes that was a big brain play. Dorothy screams she's psycho for that cheap shot. Riley claps back, oh, we playing fair nights now? Girl remembers the prompt, fight or fold? She chose violence and plans to totally crush it. So she boldly tells him to bring it. Meanwhile, Gramps warns Becca, keep his grandkid's name out her mouth. Psycho girl smirks. Ouch. Is my mouth dirty cause I'm a killer? She steps up close. Says randoms can hate, but Gramps shouldn't roast her. Glaring hard, she drops it, I avenged Sharon for you. At the test site, folks sprint by yelling, move it. Someone zooms across the finish. Girl hypes herself up, number 1, baby. It's Becca Duncan, vibing cause she speedrun that level. Becky cheers another dub. Notices Karen's Mia, crowd asks, how many clones she got? Losers stay salty, but then spot a runner nearby. Blonde girl flees a beast, begging, Plels help me. Save me. She screams. Becca sees Charon. Why scream? Then, visions hit. Sees her bestie hunted while everyone just lolls. She starts spiraling. Back now, she tells old dude she got revenge for Charon. She rants, they let her die. Just stood there laughing instead of helping. Becca insists that they off-con, so she wiped them all out. Gramps says that ain't revenge, just fake justice staining her honor. 2 years back, apparently, Anne, OG from the Magic Towers kicked the bucket. Last year? Dozens of mages got deleted too. Since then, Becca's the murder maniac, psycho rep, and it didn't help Sharon 0%. So then, Gramps vows to end her himself to fix his granddaughter's rep. Becky laughs. What honor, bro? Your grandkid's gone and you worry about rep? Make it make sense. Dude grips her head, claiming he's forever puzzled how a weirdo like Becca is his grandkid's best friends forever. She's like, same. Crazy how someone so pure shares DNA with a grump like you. Theod opens his trap to clap back, but she cuts him off. Zip it. Real mages let spells do the talking, right? That's what you told Khan. Boom. Spell cast. Last warning, kid, keep my grandkid's name out of your mouth. Totally ignoring him, she drops Karen's name again. She's my best friends forever and your only grandbaby. Deal with it. That really ticked him off. Wind howls, rocks fly everywhere. Next thing you know, Becky's buried under the rubble. She looks wrecked, but wait, Gramps realizes he just crushed a fake clone. He actually thinks the prank is kind of funny. But the magic show isn't over yet. He spots her, but blink and you miss it, she's behind him, blade at his throat. Gimme a sec to defend myself, he probably thought. He tries to blast her, but nope, too slow. Slash, she gets him good. World goes slow-mo and flips entirely upside down. Major Battlefield vibes. He's seen this movie before and thinks, welp, I'm toast. Down he goes, splat. But surprise. He snaps out of it, standing perfectly fine in front of Duncan. Yo Theod, she sighs, looking totally let down. Why so slow escaping a fake out, seriously? Riley busted out in 1 second. You took 2. Weak sauce. She breaks it down. Just saw your life flash before your eyes, huh? He stares at her, replaying the attack in his head. Fists clenched, he is absolutely fuming. Light bulb moment. Using cheap parlor tricks again, kid? Cheap as those eyeballs of yours. Unlike you, I wasn't born in a trench. Unimpressed, he grumbles, was the war zone not your plan the whole time? She smirks. Were you trying to bait me out? Start a brawl, I show up. You leaked that mana on purpose, didn't you? Guilty as charged. Nobody fights harder than you, he admits. I wanted to go, but Riley was a total buzzkill and stopped me. Wand points right at her while she clutches the artifact. You didn't show up, so I had to come fetch you myself. The wand tip lights up like a flare. Confused, she tries to shove it away but freezes. Then she starts clapping. Not bad, Gramps, pretty impressive. You fought all those newbies just to trap me? Must have waxed dozens of them. She's baffled. Why do people call me the killer? You're the one flipping the script here. He glares at her. You asked if I saw death, right? I did. But it was yours, kiddo. Let me show you. Becky's all ears, soaking every word in. Eyes closed, she whispers, Mom always used to say. She's like, 9 out of 10 herb nerds drop dead off cliffs. Basically, sword guys. Live by the blade, die by the blade. Alchemists go boom, mages fry. Becca dares the old geezer to reveal her destined doom. She wants to know if her 27 years meant squat. Bam. Power blast. He stares Becky down. Then, a challenger appears. Come at me. GMW and Riley pop up, roasting the duo as total losers. He checks the vibe way spicier than Becca's reaction. Girl rages at the MC for taking the bait. Rookie mistake. Triggered, she gets called a brat and asked if they're trash. Losing it. White hair vows destruction while spamming spells. GMW steps in. Chill. Composure is magic 101. Magic keeps flying everywhere. Riley blocks, mocking her rage aim. So obvious. MC fires back with a mega spell. Dot's pal begs for calm, but it's basically good game. Spells light up the sky. The fight's getting sweaty. Dot tells our pal to try hard, he's just salty and frustrated. Green gives props for her inheriting Cranwell's mojo, but disses her zero progress in 300 years while he napped, so yeah, her shadow tricks won't beat them. Gray hair's mana is low and she's leaking HP fast. Fried and tired, she's lagging. Shadow plants, super slow. Riley's bud knows he just gotta watch our pal, but he's totally winning. Still, MC warns it's risky. Time's ticking, so even if they win, they gotta save Becky as soon as possible or it's an L. Boy asks the plan, Riley says, act now. MC asks if he can cut the mage's Wi-Fi to the summon. Suddenly, boom! Big explosion. Riley jumps huge. Dot and Arpel are shook. Girl moves like a ninja quick and clean. Nobody gets it, mages don't usually parkour like that. Mid-move, she plots how to slice the link between mage and summon. Conclusion? Smash the mage directly. Green hair hits the dirt after she wrecks him. Dot gets smacked too. Riley sighs, relieved he clapped them. She claims it was just hyperfocus mode. Green thinks her pal is totally gassed. Nearby, Redhead spies on MC but hears a weird noise. She spots a creeper in the bushes. He says Liv is safe scratched up, but she held her own. Steps incoming, Rye spots a busted golem on the floor. Dude, that thing is totally punctured. Gross. Plant smackdown? Seriously? MC checks the damage. Dead silence. She stares at her hand. Ooh, shiny orb. Gotta go save Becky right now or she is toast. Fight's over, folks, but they still gotta help Becca. She's brawling with Garen. Rye spots the girl fast. Tracking spell on. They rush, but the map acts weird. She does a double take, and the girl realizes Becky's signal just vanished. Poof. Someone yells freeze. Ugh, look who it is, Seabold. Gramps says Beck's gone. Test over for you, Riley. MC's like, nah, I still sense her vibe, but it is super faint. Barely even alive. Crap, the rule, teammate dies, we are all out. She's crushed. Kicked out of the exam? No way. Old guy claims Duncan did some gnarly stuff. Riley, shaking, asks, Becky hurt your fam, old man? He is all, lost something way bigger than that. My honor. MC just stands there, totally dumbfounded. After a beat, she calls him a massive hypocrite. You hate warmonger mages, right? But then, you use this test for revenge? Same diff, dude. Old dude feels bad. I am done talking, he says. Pissed off, MC snaps, this is also pointless. Sudden vision hits her. Seabold is totally confused. He gets it, she is about to throw hands right now. Why? Test's done. Rye, you offed Beck. Let's dance. He scoffs, doubting she actually cares. About the killer. Avenging Duncan? Really, kid? MC is like, avenge my friend? Are you kidding me? Becky dying means I fail. That is why I am mad. Itching to brawl, she adds she doesn't care about their beef, but she wasted a whole year. So you lose a year too, or I'll never sleep again. Gramps says she has got serious attitude issues, but admits she is strong, seeing her wins. Even so, the MC attacks. Seabold feels the heat. Time to try. She flings a nasty spell right at the old geezer. Rye shoots 5 missiles. Dude barely even flinches. He laughs. Weak missiles won't scratch my shield. Green War watches, realizes his pal hits soft. Can't bust a pro shield with basic junk. He scans the ruins for something actually useful. Glancing over, he spots the redhead standing nearby. He gets mad. She just sat there scared while they fought. Mid-thought process. He clicks, is she legit just scared? Realization hits, she's not just mumbling in panic. He yells at the hero. Our winning move's right here. It's that vintage magic. Gramps squares up. Keep this up, we fail regardless. Telling her to save mana and just take the L. Greenie counters, telling her to stall for Liv. Ree tells Gramps to mull on quitting while she buys time. He hits Brain Turbo to rush that ancient spell cast. The guy watches Liv gear up. He steps up, we're outside, so no cave-in risks. Her retro runes are totally grabbing attention. Greenie recalls her fail, says her confidence tracks now. Fight looms. He helps, You skip the intro chant. Turns out, this happens super often. Chants get lost over time and so no matter how she tries, the spell just buffers. Knowing he can fix it, Greenie spots the missing lyrics since he wrote him thousands of years back. He tells Ree to chat up the redhead. She yells at Liv, "Don't stop chanting, listen up. You're missing a key verse. I'll drop the line. Can't say how I know, just give it a shot." It clicks. She nods, locking it in. She eyes CV. "We're taking him down." Gramps expected her to fold. Greenie whispers the lost prayer in Liv's ear. Meanwhile, the other chick stalls for time. Boom. Huge power spikes and explosions start popping. Zebold's like, "What the heck?" Place shakes with magic. "What's she doing?" he asks. She dodges. "Go ask Greenie, bro." Liv keeps casting. Gramps spots her fire school vibe. Guy wonders if she's trying to use retro magic. How she know that OP stuff? Ree dares Zold to stop it or he's totally dead. The MC's attitude is tagged as problematic by Gramps again. Power blasts him. Holding huge energy, Ree fades out. Liv keeps rapping, aided by Zold the kid. He notes the heat spiking like crazy. Foe's right there, she stares him dead in the eyes. Desperate fight, Ree needs juice, watching Liv scream. She blasts another huge spell at the geezer. Just a sec and this mess is totally handled. Olivia spills all the tea, then boom, big explosion. Green War's like, Magic Mama rules. She ain't just some Delulu kid. The redhead goes total beast mode. Morphs, grabs a stick, and starts spamming spells. Rise peepin'. Liv screams, "Flame on, baby." Whole place lights up like a bonfire. Fire eats everything. GMW nods, "Girl's got serious juice." Then he spots Rye floored. He's chill, she rushes over, freaking out. "You Gucci?" she asks. "I'll patch you up." But whoops, she face plants hard. Legs turn to jelly. GMW smirks, "Mana drained, rookie." She's focused, cracked at retro magic, and determined. Def gonna carry the squad later. Girl snaps awake, claims she's fine, but gotta handle some biz. Check in Garen's crew, GMW's grim. Fried. Magic backlash, insides are wrecked. They're stuck in temple rehab for weeks. Dude popped a mega shield last second. Save their bacon. Girls shook. OP mage block that? Why though? Why go so hard to save us? She wonders. Green explains, wasn't aiming at us. Ancient Mojo missed cause of CA's wall. We're chill. No brainer why. He never wanted to hurt the fam. Mage goes, why try to frag me then? Kill intent? You swung first. Her bestie claps back. Rye reboots his magic lines. That'll do the trick. Pal says, temple pots can fix the rest. Grabs the gold core. Zebold, don't trip, but I'm settling the score. We'll redo the test. Next year together, yeets the core off a cliff. Think anyone'll swipe that? She asks. Nah, he says. Juice is low, it's toast. What about the other one? Mage shrugs. Ways to toss our loot. Keeps it as a souvenir. Liv, wanna finish this level? She asks. Garden zone back there. Girl gives a thumbs up. They bounce to the garden. GMW's confused. No mobs? Boy adds, oddly chill for ruins. Liv grills Rye on the spell. Zip it, remember? He winks. She drops it. GMW sighs. High maintenance. Girl asks sadly, is V really gone? Awkward silence. Total bummer, she sighs. Thought we'd ace this. Sucks Lozen a homie we vibed with. Leveled up, even with the feels. Rye's skills skyrocketed in the chaos. One more year? Easy dub. Then we retake the test, wow the 5 magic towers, and boom we're in. Time to wreck Yanir Anis, that fake posing as a student. Yanir Anis is basically the tower boss who jacked Martha's immortality dream. Actually, Green says living forever was his time's obsession. She made it for him. Riley asks why. Simple, boss lives, no training noobs, just endless research with the same dude forever. Helps him find the jerk who paper-fied him faster. Before Martha, there were tons of attempts at living forever. His students helped chase that clout too. So, hating on Ian? Totally pointless now. We're teaming up. No biggie, just practice. She wants a chill practice. Suddenly, Olivia jumps face looking messy. She glanced up and spotted Rebecca, wrapped in fur, begging for freedom. Riley shook she's alive. She yells, quit yapping nonsense. But Garen claimed he offed you. He shrugs. He lied, she snaps. Just to make me quit the test. Green gets it, dragon skin masks her vibe, so she seemed dead. Her aura was barely there. Untied, she's like, Riley, you're a beast. How'd you break that spell? Pure grind, he smirks. Becky calls it practice. But something feels super off to her. He notices she's got 0 scratches. Like she didn't even brawl. Riley steps up. Okay, he lied. But why'd he spare you? Said killing me makes him as bad as me, Rebecca claims. So he let me walk. Told me to quit to atone. Total joke, right? The mage sighs. She's totally lying. Pal agrees. Becky hurt him too deep for death to fix. But look at her totally fine. Hiding facts with lame lies. She just won't spill the tea. Maybe cause eyes are on the test? If she's faking, we'll play along. Mage says, whatever, at least she's breathing. Seeing them, she guesses, you guys quit cause he said I died? They swap looks while Rebecca whines about a 4th retake. She really hoped to. Ditch Chiev, but figured no chance. Then Riley flashes the core. She goes nuts praising the squad. He didn't steal it? She asks, stammering. What happened? Meanwhile, Garen's crew bails, one girl sobbing apologies. Piggyback boy admits he totally messed up. Blamed his own sloppy play for thinking she was weak. Claims he'd have crushed that noob mage if he tried. Sorry, bro. Our pal and Dorothy totally should have wrecked her. Scars everywhere prove they went full beast mode. Still, they got clapped by some rookie girl. Riley matched Garen at the end. A genius beating Ox? Unreal. I knew he was OP, but not times that time's broken. Dude tells the kid he can walk solo now. Kid wants a break, guy says chill, it's on him. Bummer to miss the 5 towers, but kid says next year works. Pep talk over, he says thanks. Suddenly, a challenger appears. Enter Pamela Bon Hustelpard and her squad holding a golem core. Worst timing ever. Fighting them while drained? Nope. Best to bail and say peace out. Before they can even talk, she and her crew hit the dirt, giving up. Pam offers the core so they don't get wrecked. Teammate asks why quit when the guy looks ready to drop. Leader asks if he'll box Cersei. Kid freezes solid. He asks teach the plan. She says that. They got 10 minutes. Finding a core ain't impossible. Admin checks stats. Riley, Garen, and Pam's squads pop up. Squad steps out into a total blizzard. Riley's just like, ah, nice fresh air. Becky says priests were chill, but after 2 days, still dead tired. Yawning, she asks the squad if the test is in 1 week. Flashback, admin says it's solo chats with masters. Deets later. Greenware argues that a solo chat is the perfect chance to flex his student skills. Plus, he'll finally face Yenna Reigns. Becca's dipping to rest. Riley asks where she's crashing. She knows a peep in Wilhelm, so she's crashing there. Confused, she asks didn't you say that? The girl nods. She introed the hero to a whale and mentioned a friend. Becky teases her to visit him again. Girl gets super mad. She waves by, says see ya at the final exam. Riley asks Olivia's plan. She says it is the Grand Hotel Steamwood. Coincidentally, where everyone is. Walking to the hotel, Mage pauses, hitting the library first. And the girl tells Green War that she just wants to crash in the room. Says she's doing 0 all day, just ice cream and a bath. Green War just nods, super awkward. Riley enters the hotel, good vibes only, then bumps into Garen. Guy gasps. Dot locks the door and gets super creepy on the girl. Dorothy clocks her instantly. Wait, you're Riley? Hugs her tight. I'm Dorothy Greer. Let's be besties. Riley smirks. Did someone bribe a core? To Cersei for a pass? Dot jokes that they totally did. Greenwire's lost. You bought it? Fan power works? Garen pipes up that everyone passed. Green War just gives up thinking about it. Dot begs Riley to team up since they aren't rivals. She's down but asks, why the love? I hit you. Dot just shrugs, saying that was just the test. Plus, she simps for cute girls. Arpel invites her. Riley claims she's busy, but the guy hooks her with promises of pro chef food. She caves instantly and goes to town on the grub. Green War notes her appetite. Riley, growing girl. Pam asks the MC where that final core was hiding. She says it was down a crazy deep, dark abyss. Freaking out, she yells that the admins just don't think hiding it there? I'm finding who's in charge. Greenwire admits that they were the ones who did that. Told her to zip it. Garen hypes her clutch find with 10 minutes left. Best scout FER. But Pam claps back that it was her guilty Gilbert Winfried who snagged it. He's my star student, found all the gold golems. Garen asks for deets. Pam brags his mana is totally insane. Greenwar notes that the mage ignores praise, but has enough mad skills to go pro someday. The girl calls him full of himself. Pam keeps simping. No one beat his speed runs. Dot pipes up that Rebecca Duncan won, Did Gil beat her? Pam, she cheats. Still hyping him up. She says he found the office in 2 days. Rank 2. Someone claps back, saying if it took 2 days, that ain't second place. Pam whines. Unfair to compare a guy who actually walked the path to Rebecca spamming her clones. But Garen cuts in, wasn't talking about her. Asks Riley's time. Green War sighs. You know already. The mage drops the mic, telling the squad it only took her 6 hours and 30 minutes to ace the test. Total jaw drop moment. Garen's totally beaming at her. And Green War asks if she's fam or what. Pamela shook. 6 hours 30? For real? The kid freezes. Gilbert drops his fork, stands, and grills Riley. How'd a noob do that? Sus. Pure jelly, he points. Do you even deserve the finals? He rants about the wild magic mess. All over Wilhelm being tough and how residual mana glitch spells. You cheated, didn't you? Dorothy cuts in. Could you take her in a scrap? He zips it. She's a top-tier vet, so he can't talk back. Hush, she says. She soloed me and Arpel at once. Shook, he looks at Arpel. Legit, Arpel nods. She won fair. He grumbles, a low-level passing? No way. Garen stops him. Look, we get your vibe, Garen says. But she aced round 2, can't argue with facts. I was skeptical too. Then Dorothy got schooled. Same with Arpel. Doubting skills is usually fine. Skepticism's key for mages. Then he asks, but here? Now? Maybe read the room and chill. Gilbert turns. Bright red, roasting in shame and anger. It's a victory party with pros watching, not a debate club. Being that salty was totally uncalled for. Pamela jumps in. He's my student, known him ages. I'll lecture him later. She smacks his back. Apologize. He bows stiffly. My bad. I was rude. Garen nods. Cool. Still doubting? Duel her. She's game. Asked, she grins. A duel? Honor's mine, let's go. Green War asks, did you have to sound so deadly? She shrugs. Challenges are annoying. We're chill now. No more drama, he agrees, but I got a bad vibe. A knock. Come on in, Pamela calls out. Olivia pops in. Hotel staff sent me here. Seeing her, the lady screams like crazy. She yells for help. Green War sighs. Called it. Dinner's gonna be loud. Everyone dips out. Riley asks for second awakening hacks. He asks if she's stuck. That upgrade is a blessing that hits when a mage feels all grown up. Stats bloom, levels spike the endgame phase. Green War says, you faced pros in round 2, feeling limits is natural. As for utility magic, she's got brains, but her attacks are weak sauce. Tracking and canceling stuff? Just support fluff. Only attack spell is literally magic missile. Yikes. Greenware says the cheat code is speed running her second awakening. Doable, but insane mode. It totally goes against the mana vibes. So yeah, it's gonna be a complicated mess. He warns it'll be agonizing, tricky, and leave her totally drained. And that most students fail. Plus, her natural talent? Useless here. This quest is 100% about grit and grind. He asks why bother with the torture anyway. She'd level up naturally in 5 years, so why not just chill and train? But if she's keen, he won't stop her. She just grins and says bet. The guy figures if that's what she wants, might as well. Honestly, he was gonna force her into it anyway, call it petty revenge. They were skimming a magic guide on mana blooming. The hack was actually pretty basic, just max out the mana capacity. Riley asks if this fixes her low tank. He nods, but notes they need premium mana only. He breaks down the weird part. She has to scam her own heart. Instead of growing mana, she's tricking the system. When the seed blooms, her body thinks she hit level 2, and auto-updates into a pro mage. It forces her circuits to stretch and buffs her heart stats. She asks if that's legit, and the boy confirms it takes about 5 weeks if nothing glitches out. But realistically? Longer. The to-do list is massive. She gotta build an internal mana dam and hold it, plus a dozen other chores. She admits that sounds rough. Greenware adds she'll feel like dying and it'll be her hardest boss battle yet. He smirks, noting that epic loot only drops after epic pain. Riley says let's go and casts it on her heart. It stings, but he says deal with it. The next few weeks were gonna be a nightmare. 5 days in, Riley mocks his weeks of horror speech. She already grabbed a huge chunk of magic and claims he was just trying to scare her into working. She brags that thanks to that, she speed ran the awakening faster than anyone. Her pal insists he wasn't just hyping her up though. Greenware realizes she must have tanked all the pain at once. Cramming 5 weeks into 5 days? That's 7 times the agony. Riley shrugs. It was easy, so why drag it out? The guy notes most students usually pass out cold. His student just scoffs. She's survived way worse training than this. Raised by thieves, so this sting? Barely felt it. He's like, who hurt you to make you this tough? She rants about the mental training being straight up torture. Imagine staring at a feast, but only getting dry crackers and water. Honestly? Hurt way more than the magic awakening. Green Warden goes, nice job. Turns out, she's rocking lightning magic. She's like, is that actually decent? The guy nods. Totally. It's rare and flexible. Got fires boom and winds zoom. 0 weak spots in attack, defense, or support. Warden plans to teach her every trick, making her a lightning pro with 0 flaws. Then he asks if she ever got zapped, cause her affinity is huge. Mana types aren't just random RNG, you know. It builds off your vibe, memories, where you live, and whatever trauma messed you up. Like, say, a mage who nearly drowned gets water powers, or a kid from a breezy spot gets wind. She claims she's never seen a storm. The guy guesses her thief skills might have morphed into magic. Still, power that crazy doesn't just pop up out of thin air. It's definitely kinda suspect. Riley's stoked her mana buffed up and wants to take her new powers for a spin. Warden's cool with it, saying real practice matters, and tells her to head out. Only issue? Finding an unlucky dummy to target. He drags her to town. Suddenly, Gilbert blocks their path. He challenges her, and his buddy's eyes practically glow. It turns into a huge scene. Everyone, even judges, show up. 5 days back, the dude was replaying the test in his head, hyping his score and swearing he wasn't scared of her. 4 days ago, he hunted her down to demand a fight. 3 days ago, he found out she was hiding in a room near Warden's, never leaving. 2 days ago, he knocked. Silence. Figured she was just terrified of him. Yesterday, noticing the lock, Gilbert straight up called her a chicken. Duel day, he was sure she was panicking even though he was the one doomed to fail. She and Green Warden were chatting, and the mage wondered if they were plotting strats for the second round. Pamela yells at the kid, who was busy stressing about losing. Chill, she says. That girl's a total noob with barely any mana. Plus, she's got 0 attributes. The fight drew in the Magic World's VIPs and big shots. Time to flex. Gilbert agrees he's basically a genius. But then the MC kicks things off, introducing Pamela's student and Riley, the one Darren vouched for. Fight's on. The kid claims he's fearless thanks to Master's pep talk. Time to show the skill gap. Both power up to strike. Riley drops after just 2 hits, shocking the crowd. The guy notes his master was spot on, total blowout in his favor. Darren pops up with his crew. One praises the kid's skills, another says sorry about dinner. The guy asks him to become his student, but he politely declines. He's Pamela's disciple for life. He pledges support, disciple or not, cause vibes match. Admin pops up, skip the final exam, folks. Straight shot to the 5 towers. VIP access unlocked. Gilbert just cracks up at all the offers piling up. Riley stands tall, asking GMW, what's up with him? Dude's ruffling. Book says, probably a sweet dream. Greenware thought he'd beat a literal punching bag. Nope. 1 hit and the mage folded like laundry. She's like, hey, at least we got famous from it. GMW grins. They think I'm a beast? Perfect. Goals. Darren slides in, shocked her powers popped. How'd you do it? She claims she hit a brain blast mid-fight. While scrapping with that dude, it clicked. Hid to meditate so I wouldn't lose it. He goes, knew my gut was right. Calls her a total genius. Admin saw the brawl. Lightning vibe? Suits you. Becky wants props. I brought the crowd, say thanks. The mage retorts that. Then I passed for you. You thank me first, hun. Dorothy cuts in, grabbing hands and hyping her up. GMW's over the praise. Okay, answer time, let's go. Admin steps up, gonna drop some extra news real quick. Final boss level, interviews with the tower masters. Each of the 5 big towers gets to pick a fave. Get picked? You interview with that crew first. Get in there, and the rest get cancelled. One and done. Green War's like, is this a dating show or what? Girl adds, get a nom and you're basically in. Dorothy asks, what if you get multiple likes? Then you get to pick, she shoots back. Riley notes, if they're picking now, it means the list was set 2 days ago. Master nods. So the duel was filler. GMW sighs, should have made you power up sooner. Whatever, nomination or not, we cool. At the arranged tower, the lady starts shouting out who got the golden tickets. First up, Iria's blue magic tower pick. OG tower, built with the Empire, got famous cause. They made Archmage Jan Siskin their big nom? Went to Garen Edward Bonk. Obvious, they love all-rounders. Next, the White Duck Tower tossed a vote. Plus the Violet Gaia Tower, both for Garen. The class was totally shook by the spam of nominations. Red Tower's invite? It went straight to Olivia's inbox. She's hyped, but salty Becky sneers that her daddy's name got her in. Figures she's got skills, she says, but weird to flex ancient magic with that pedigree. Garen cuts the sass immediately. Bro, Olivia drops some serious ancient magic. You missed it 'cause you weren't there. Becky tries to clap back, but the admin shuts her down. Facts only. Her ancient spells caught the Red Tower boss's eye. Jaw on the floor, Becky's like, for real? Garen explains Red Tower is all about big fire booms, so obviously they'd scout her. And him, naturally. Then the lady drops nom number 5, the colorless tower. The vibes got super tense until Riley's name dropped. Master Yan picked her himself. At the after party, nominees were chilling with their future tower squads. Ray notes, they're acting like we already won. Garen shrugs. Final test is tomorrow, but this party is so chill. Interview's probably just a vibe check. No real test. A totally wasted Becca stumbles over. You talk to the suits? Riley goes, barely. Becca claims you're a tower is the GOAT, others suck. But after my stunt? 0 fans left. Before she spills the tea on why, Garen jumps in. He brings up her mom, since the girls' mom was a famous You're a Tower alchemist. Riley asks, gonna team up with her? Becca, nope. Why? 'Cause she died 11 years ago. She smirks, apologize now, you sheltered princess, for not knowing. The table goes dead silent. Riley fires back, lost my whole fam too, you apologize. Becky chugs her wine to kill the cringe. I grew up at the tower. Called the master auntie. Riley's like, is that even allowed? Becca waves it off. No biggie. I crashed in the annex the whole test anyway. Unfair? Please. Our Pell's mentor literally runs this show. Girl asks why the admin looks 12. Rebecca explains. High officials use an immortality ritual to stay young. I'm not the only nepotism baby. Garen knows the boss too. Riley eyes Garen. For real? He grins. Magic world is tiny, everyone's connected. Mage goes. Isn't that totally rigging it? He's like, nah, she's got main character vibes. Garen asks, you vibing with that place? Seeing his weird mood, she's like, yeah, I am. Dude starts saying she better bail, but admin jumps in. She has to. She grabs a chair. Can I crash here? Sorry I'm late, I'm the head admin boss. I'm Isabella, Tribus Mage. Olivia's aunt, BTW. Garen whispers, she's Grandma Ancient then. Asked if she's from there, she claims she's an elder. No regrets, Riley. She kept yapping nonstop. 3 centuries back, 5 towers rose up. Sounded totally scripted. Big flex, we got immortality from Archmage Marta. Honestly? Total nonsense. She claims the boss is obsessed with Riley, using his pick instantly. He also sent a text, join us, and we'll simp for you hard. More tea at the interview. Bye. She waves. Garen's salty. Jay wasn't Marta's student, and she's lying? She's deaf with the boss. I'd punch her face if she wasn't admin. Riley's lost. He says, I'm not just ranting, just focus on the interview. Chill out. Back in the room, random knock, who dis? Becky yells, but Garen shoves her. Open up. Why are you here? He plants a bug blocker. Garen's sus. What's the tea? Dude tells Riley, avoid Hanty's tower. Why? War's coming. Hanty's is gonna vanish. Garen and his squad start talking, but Becky yells at him. How's it vanishing? He says, you're drunk. She sobers up. Wait, what's the deal? Garen presses him. So he spills the history. Said the tower was chill and modern. Loved new ideas. That's why it was hyped. But real talk? Fake news. Becky asks, why so strong? Boss was Marta's student. Since Marta died, nobody hit that Archmage level. It's a big deal. Becky's like I'm right. Hanty's tower just grew 'cause of some other weird thing. What GMW and Martha grinded forever on. He researched hard and supposedly cracked the cheat code for eternal life. The mage gave never-ending life to the top 7 dudes who swore total loyalty. It was seriously a dictatorship since the boss never dies or steps down thanks to the magic. Like any squad, The tower has its own messy politics. But keeping total control lets them move as one unit. Becky adds that loaded nobles fund the tower to live forever, so they're swimming in cash. Riley claims they only blew up in those 300 years cause of the spell, but the vibe is super sus. Undead creeps and dark wizards who mess with nature, those who cheat death usually get marked with some gross, demonic energy. She asks why the tower mages using the ritual don't give off those bad vibes, and Becky jumps in. She says nobody knows since people still argue the pros and cons, which is why she isn't top tier yet. Riley asks GMW the same thing, but not even he has a clue, so he thinks the wizard is a total scam artist. A spell not even Green Wearer got, but how do we bust this fake? During the 300 years he was napping, though. Seems people weren't dumb. Becca couldn't find all this info solo. Meaning other squads hate the Hanties towers too. Becky lists 3 groups fighting the tower. The Royals, scared the tower will get too OP forever. The Big Church, worried that breaking the life cycle would wreck Heaven's rules, and the other 5 towers, jealous of their insane speed run to power. Riley notes that must be huge pressure. Becca says they grew anyway by crushing haters. Would literally do whatever it took. Becky says they lost loved ones. They offed her mom and Sharon. GMW felt that pain since they both craved payback on the same guy. The dude says that's why Riley was locked out. She said smash that like button so Yuki can keep dropping fire content. What's your take on this, fam? Hope you dug it. Catch ya later, peace.